Acknowledge me.
Top of the morning, governors. Right, it's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Acknowledge me.
General, I salute you.
Bow to the masters.
Is it the shoes? He's on fire! It's good!
Have the money on. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Turbulence, people.
It's good!
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. You understand?
Top of the morning, governors. Right, it's time for biscuits and hot tea.
What it do, baby?
Claudine, GTD. What does GTD stand for? Man, you are in a court of law. There are a lot of people in here. We can't hear you. Your Honor, you're going to have to make them speak up. What does GTD stand for? Got the draws, okay? Yeah, he got the draws.
It's good!
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Now what y'all know about them Texas boys?
My nigga.
And that's the bottom line, cause Stone Cold said so.
What it do, baby?
Abdul, get the rocks.
Fatality.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch said how about fuck me? Hold up. Nah, fuck that bitch.
If you think you want it now, wait until tonight, girl.
Goddamn right.
Who do you think you are?
It's good! Goddamn right. Is it the shoes? He's on fire!
You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the bell on it, fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Goddamn right.
What it do, baby?
Is that an arm baby? Yo, no, I don't do arm babies.
Where's my money, bitch?
Goddamn right. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Turbulence, people.
Goddamn right.
Governors.
Is that an arm baby? Yo, no, I don't do arm babies. Throw that baby in the trash can. Respectfully.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking. Can't keep your eyes off my face. Right now. Wow.
Okay.
Then get out. Then Esther, I don't care. Esther.
I'm not gonna get out.
Esther.
Look at you. You keep saying
Because you were being rude.
Robert. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
If you think you're alone in life, wait until tonight, girl.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Probably works better when the microphone is turned on. Salute to the squad. Please let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. Let me see the salute in the chat to make sure you guys can hear me. Mark Coop, salute. I got you, big bro. I got you, big bro. You know, I know I got to get the super chats right off the bat. Janesta Coleman, I got your super chat from yesterday. I rewatched yesterday's stream. You sent us $10, said, happy Tuesday. We'll make it to Wednesday. We'll just transfer it over. Salute to Derek Gaines as well. I got your $5 Cash App after the fact yesterday. Salute to you guys. Make sure you guys can hear me. Let me see the salute in the chat to make sure that you guys can hear me. While I'm doing that, I see this. I got the super chat here from the homie Woke Will representing St. Louis. And Tanya as well. I don't think it's going to let me grab it. Tanya, salute to you, Tanya, for your $2 super chat. I did see that. Top of the morning to all my folks over in the UK. What is it? Let's see. What is it? 5 hours? What is it? 1:45 in the afternoon over there right now?
Top of the morning, governor. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Salute to the squad. Chelsea says, salute to y'all for hitting the like button. So Theo won't have to stop to show facts. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you were here yesterday, Chelsea, but we talked about a good idea was discussed about me or what I need to hit when people don't hit the like button. And it's on my soundboard. Hopefully you guys won't have to hear it. You'll likely have to hear it, how these guys been. Salute to Tanya right here for the super chat. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much, Tanya, everybody over in the UK. Salute to the homie Des who subbed up. Do Better Squad, we growing. Hit the subscribe button, yo. We just hit 40. I can't remember. The channel be growing so fast, I can't even remember now. We just hit 40,000 a few days ago, right on the cusp of hitting 41,000. Let's get it. We got over 5,000 subscribers last month. Let's go. We got to get 9,000 the next month. We can do it. Salute to the homie Woke Will. He says, JB presents The Color Purple, A87 part series highlights online traumas hindering blacks for real progression with issues like health and crime. Salute to you, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it's funny because I saw this a while ago. And random thing about Theo. I'm just here to react. I kind of don't care what we react to a certain extent, but I'm just here for the content, man. So salute to Woke Will and everybody in the chat. Let's make sure I didn't miss any more. Okay, salute to the homie Mark Hoop. Yes, it's 145 over there. There you go.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
What's going on, Ponce Tech? I see you. Rod Neal, I see you. D Hall, I see you. Jazzy, I see you. Chelsea, I see you. What's going on, Jazzy? My Jazzy, like I say little sis cousin. I forgot. I think I went uncle, and I was like, that's a little, I ain't old enough for that. Salute to you, Jazzy. Hope you're doing well down there. I think Jazzy is in North Carolina. Salute to the homie, the big OG Coop. He says, Rant Mania in a sequel, man.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
You know you're my OG, bro, but I might have to time you out, man. Get the likes up, 77 watching, 51 likes. Thank you very much, Jazzy. Make sure you guys hit the like button. How you doing, Janesta? How are you doing? Miss Coleman, I hope you're doing well. Thank you guys so much for the support. Okay, I see salutes. Salutes, we hear you, bro, says Cujo. Shout out to Cujo 340, representing the Virgin Islands. Bro, I know it's warm there. It's still cold here, man. It's 45 degrees right now, bro. I'm one of those people I say, don't rant about living in cold areas when you live in a cold area. It is what it is. In Michigan, it's winter half the month. Half the calendar year. You got to get used to it. Salute to E. Jones. Let's see. Woke Quill, I hear you. I'm on your side, 85. Salute to you, Glamorous D. Rod Neal, The Quiet Storm. We Oscar Mike, Quiet Storm. Good to have you, bro. Good to have you. Salute to the homie Mac, who was yesterday's show sponsor, and The Quiet Storm. I was thinking about something, Quiet Storm. I shouldn't do it. I should stop ahead of time. But, you know, we got the exclusive drop for anybody who drops $100 or more at one time.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
That drop is so elusive, I forgot about it. Quiet Storm. And I think it was someone else. It wasn't just Quiet Storm. Someone else called it yesterday. I can't remember who it was. I know it was a young lady, one of the squadettes called it yesterday. If you drop $100 on me at one time, you get the exclusive drop. But I've been thinking, salute to homie Cujo, I'll grab that in 1 second. But I've been thinking, Quiet Storm, if you drop $100 on your boy once, you might can get, I shouldn't say it, but you might get a permanent drop.
Bang! It's good!
Permanent drop. I already got one lined up for Mac, and I already got one lined up for you, Quiet Storm. I just haven't put it on the board yet. I'm thinking about it. I shouldn't have let it slide out of my mouth, because if that happens, somebody do drop 100, they're going to want that drop every single time, and I'm going to run out of spots. Salute to everybody. Salute to Project Leroy Poolman 313. I see you, bro. Let's see here. The Quiet Storm is hate for no reason. Like, Laker game. That's what they talk about. Okay. Oh yeah, Denver went up. That's why somebody said fuck Denver earlier. I was like, fuck Denver.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I think that was Kev. Now I think about it, and I'm pretty sure Kev is from California. That's funny. I didn't piece that together till right now. Salute to the homie Cujo 340. Get them likes up, Armor. Throw this wrench like the Thor's hammer. Salute, bro.
Bang! 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 It's good!
Make sure you hit the like button. If you don't hit the like button, Cujo340, Styles.973 is kicking in your back door. And the Quiet Storm going to be in the building across the street from you with the sniper rifle. Salute to the homie Clarence Carr. I see you, bro, from a certain city. Oh, Melanin, salute to Melanin. How you doing? Melanin says, it was me. Okay, thank you, Melanin. I knew it was one of the squadettes who said it. Salute to you, Melanin. Salute to all my moderators holding me down in the chat. Salute to King Theo has entered the building.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
King Theo. I've been called Bum Theo before. King Theo is always fascinating to me. LDBC or nothing. Salute to you, homie. Glad to have you, man. Salute to Drew Titan and all the folks over there as well. Man, I never catch Drew's show. Be over here streaming so early in the morning, but I shouldn't be complaining. Is that a fresh freight, Theo? No, I actually haven't got a haircut. I actually haven't got a haircut, Derek. But let me send to you. I'm laughing at my ex-wife. This is a cash app you sent me yesterday. My ex-wife is so funny, man. Once the summertime comes, she don't want nothing to do with my son. Like, love my son the rest of the year, but when the summertime comes, she be like, get the fuck out of my house, bro. She just texts me right now. It's like, as soon as school come out, you can keep this nigga to August. That just makes me laugh, man. She only on that during the school year. Let me grab this cash app, guys, and they'll get right to it. And before we get started, I just want to say hit the like button. Derek Gaines hit the $5 yesterday for the blunts. For the blunt, I didn't see what it said, bro.
Bang! It's good!
What's going on? Mona D said something earlier, too. Salute, Mona D. Mona D said you saw me last night in the Corey Holcomb show. Drop some money on him. Because I actually did that. I did a reaction video, and I sent him some money. Because, people be on that. Because Corey said something in the stream last week, and he was right. He was saying, like, man, all you guys are chopping up my videos to make money off them, which is not really my true intentions, even though I just still make money off them. But I realized he was right. In a way, I am profiting on his video. So I cashed out him $100 during the stream during the video I did last week that got over 100,000 views. And everybody was like, man, that was so cool that you do that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to actually do it during the live show. And I did it during the live show. And they looked at me like I was like, nigga, what the?
Bang! It's good!
They took my money and was like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
actually kind of play. It was funny, though. So funny, I'm going to put it in the clip. They was like, nigga, I don't care about your money. I said, bet, I won't send you no more. I'll tell you that.
Bang! It's good!
I said, F Denver. Yeah, I'm from Denver. Yo. I'm telling you, bro, I saw somebody was like, what? I was just random. I was like, well, what Denver do? Who would say F Denver? And now I put the two and two together. I wasn't aware that was going on. The Lakers took that L last night. No big deal, man. No Lakers slander in the chat. Man, yeah. I'm actually, if I had to choose, man, I mean, don't nobody want to see Denver. Nobody, even though Denver has been doing their thing for some years, and it seemed like they were always hit with injury right there at the end. But they got Jamal Murray. They got the whole squad, right, if I'm correct. So salute to them, man. I'll go for the Lakers, though. See if Bron can get that 5th ring. It is what it is. I don't care anyway. My hometown Pistons ain't never sniffing the championship. No time soon. What is this, 20 years? Almost been 20 years since the last one. Probably be another 20 to the next one. Salute to T. Conway. T, I've been seeing your name around. Love your show. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you, man.
Bang! It's good!
I know this is not my first time. I can see people's name, and I'm like, I've never seen their name. T. Conway, I've seen you around before. Salute to you. Appreciate the $10 super chat. I got something for you.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Warm. Bro, it's hot as fuck. Yeah.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Exactly, Cujo. I mean, you already know where my mind is at. I'm in cold-ass Michigan. I'm thinking this time of year, it's starting to warm up. I say starting to. It's currently 45 degrees right now. It's cold as fuck, bro. It's cold as shit. But it's getting warmed up. Like, it got into like the 70s yesterday. You like, bro, it's been hot here, Theo. What the hell are you talking about? Salute to you, Cujo. Great addition to my mod gang. And people are like, okay, I wrench people up. No, this is a good addition, as well as Melanin A1. The Joker is the best center league. Facts, bro. Facts, man. Doing his damn thing, man. Doing his damn thing. So let's get to it, guys. Salute Drew Tight. Oh, yeah, Drew, my guy. Let's see. As long as I get flew out for the mission.
Bang! It's good!
SP like, so yeah, it's all jokes, Theo. Who buying the ticket? Salute to Styles.973. One of my very first subscribers here. He be in the chat acting a fool. He ain't getting shit. Bang!
Bang! It's good!
Yo, here's the thing. I forgot about the Heat, man. I don't care about Boston. If we can get Lakers Heat, I'm cool either way. It'd be dope for Miami to get another championship. I don't think they will, but it'd be dope to see, man. I got no beef. And will that put Jimmy Butler in the hall? What y'all think of Jimmy Butler finally get that ring? Because we know playoff Jimmy is something else. Pistons got cheating the draft lottery. Didn't they get the first pick? Like last year? I don't know, man. I can't keep up. I used to be the largest Pistons fan, man. When they was sorry, bro. When they was sorry. I'm talking about when I was a kid with Grant Hill and Allen Houston, and they started to make a little noise, and G. Hill got traded, and G. Hill didn't have the career that was projected due to the injury. And then they was sorry, bro. And I just couldn't do it through the sorry years no more, man. I eventually said, fuck it. It's 64 right now in Maryland. Detroit, whether it's Memphis, bro, it is. Facts. SP said flew out. He did say that. So let's get to it. Hold on. Tiffany Hall. Stop the show. Tiffany Hall just joined the squad, the channel membership. Let me see Tiff Hall in the chat. Tiff Hall. And the reason why we're going to make sure we show Tiff some love because she joined up at the worst record last year and picked 5th in the draft. Ayo. Didn't they? Yeah, man. I don't care. It don't matter if they got the first pick, bro. They still gonna mess it up anyway. But they got that one French kid that the 7'5", 7'6" point guard. I don't know. Y'all guys know his name. The French kid, man. Let's see. Play the Tiger clip today. Derek, we off that, bro. That was one time deal. Salute to Tiffany Hall. Welcome to the new channel members. And that's what I was gonna say about Tiff. I rock with Tiff because she put another guy onto it. I saw the guy in the stream the other day. He was like, "Oh, Tiffany put me on." That's what I'm talking about, yo.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
Salute to the squad. Put me on the other people. I'm with it. All right, so let's get to it. Welcome to Death Row. That's funny, SB. That's funny. So today we have Jason Black having a conversation with Jessica X. Again, let me preface this by saying that I'm realizing, like, as my channel grows, we can just be talking about people. And then Theo was a fan of the Malice of the Palace. Bro, Malice of the Palace is one of those things, like, where were you when it happened? When Malice in the Palace happened, we're going to get right to it. When Malice at the Palace happened, that was in 2004. I was in the military. I wasn't even in Detroit at the time. I was stationed in Delaware. And my little brother called me. I used to work on the flight line, loading planes, and I was about to go on the flight line again. My brother called me, was like, "Bro, you see the brawl?" And then I remember watching that shit on TV. He was like, "This is amazing." Salute to everybody, man. Let's see. Now let's get to it. Yeah, as I was saying, Jessica X, I realized as my channel gotten bigger. Shit, Melanie King was in here yesterday. I realized as my channel's gotten bigger that we should be talking like, but these people actually like, oh, hold on. Wait a minute, he talking about me. Preface my statement by saying this. I've been subscribed to Jessica X for a while now. Salute to the homie Joe. He's the one that put me up on the channel. I've been subscribed to Jessica X. I've never watched a second of her content. And there's no slight intended. I just never watched her content before. It's only so much content one can consume in one day. So I've never watched any of her content. Project Leroy, let me know the history of this if I get it inaccurate. I know when the Just Pearly thing came out, I guess a lot of people were coming to her defense, and I think Jessica X was one of those. Again, correct me in the chat if I'm saying this inaccurately. She came to Just Pearly's defense, and then Mr. Black was doing a live stream in which Jessica X actually called in. So this is part of that call. It was like a 2-hour clip. I got it down to about 1:30. About an hour and a half, and then also what happened in that clip was she called in, her and Jason talked for a while, and she hung up. And then another gentleman, salute to the UK, Daniel, Elaine, Tanya, I don't know if Selvin is in the building or anyone else that I'm missing, D. Samuel, salute to D. Samuel. If this going to another guy from London calls in, if you guys don't know, Jessica X is over there in the UK. So another brother from the UK calls in and pretty much says everything that she was saying is cap, is bullshit, and he gives another perspective. And then Jessica X calls back in. So I would really like, my whole point is that I would really like to hear some commentary from the people over in the UK when we get to discussing the thoughts on racism versus what Jessica X was saying versus what my man, I think his name is Tactical Genius or something like that, the guys who's going to call into Jason Black's show. I thought it made it for an interesting conversation. Let's get to it, guys. I'm done talking. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's see. Detroit basketball. You don't doubt, man. No doubt. I used to love it, man. When the Pistons just got so sorry, and again, the Pistons moved like 2 or 3 seasons. Only thing I wanted as a Detroiter was for the Pistons to play, not in Auburn Hills. Auburn Hills is like a 25, 30-minute drive to downtown Detroit. They moved to downtown Detroit. It's a 10-minute drive for me to the stadium. And I have another option. I could park my car and catch the train, the Q line for my Detroiters here. I wouldn't even have to drive to the stadium. And I still have not been to that goddamn stadium yet, bro.
Bang! It's good.
Okay, cool, Project Leroy. Thanks for the correction. I have not been to that damn stadium yet because they sorry, man. And I just can't. I just can't do it, man. I can't give them my heart no more, man. Then I've matured as well. I don't care about sports nearly as much as I did when I was younger, but I still get it. Let's get to it. I've seen it. Jessica called Pearl. Okay, Woquill says, I've seen it. Jessica called Pearl the fastest on the panel while Pearl was there. I think the argument evolved to how bad is the racism. Yeah, and then I guess she's going to be accused of saying one thing And then Pearl showed up, salute Black Rain, and Pearl showed up, and I guess she kind of changed her answer a bit. And we'll play the video. I did notice that once the gentleman, when she was talking to Jason Black, it was one thing, but once the gentleman from the UK, he chimed in. Salute to you, Jermaine Reese, checking in from Cincinnati. Once the gentleman from the UK chimed in, she seemed like her tone changed a little bit. But let's get to it again. Jessica X, I don't know your content. I got no beef with you. This ain't on some attack shit. I just need content. Let's get to it, guys. Hit the like button and let's go.
Trust.
Make sure I got it from the start of the video.
If you don't trust me, then you don't trust me. I gave my
Take 2.
Hit the like button.
Hello, Jessica. Or at least they call
Hi.
me. All right, Jessica, what is
Facts.
on your mind?
That's fact.
Well, I've had quite a few people
up,
to
woman?
tell me to call in. I don't really have a problem with you, so
Why did
So this is one of Jason Black's live call-in shows, and I've seen a couple people do this. They get baited into call it. People tell them, "Hey, call in the Jason show," and they call in and don't end up the way that they predict.
Why they tell you to call in then?
Damn.
well, you know, the guy called in earlier, Don P, and he said that I was agreeing with you, and then Pearl came through, and then I switched it up. That's not true. I don't know if you've listened to it, but no, that's not true. I just gave my opinion on it. Even when Obsidian did his show yesterday with Pearl, the interview, I kept the same energy. I didn't switch it up. So I'm not really sure what's going on.
Where are your people from originally, Pearl? Nigeria, the Caribbean? Where are they from?
Pearl? My dad's from
God.
Africa. He's Nigerian.
Okay. Pretty much figured that in your mom.
My mum's white.
Okay, we won't hold it against you. All right, well, the word is, though, that apparently you had some disagreements and switching up in tone where I was concerned once Pearl showed up. A lot of that going around.
Yeah, no, I feel like I kept the same energy.
Really?
I don't know if people want me to rip her head off. You know, I know you watched Obsidian, so you saw me up there. You saw me speak to her.
Stop, bro.
Well, I don't know if you did, but I presume you did. So I kept the same energy, like face to face on the panel with her. So I'm not entirely sure.
Well, just to make sure we clear the air on where that is concerned here.
Salute to we just had someone join the channel membership. Black Bottom Podcast. Salute, bro.
General, I salute
One
you.
of my moderators, the Black Bottom Razcast. One of my moderators could drop his link. He just became a member. He just became a member of the DoBetterSquad. Salute to you, bro. Let me see BBR in the chat. Salute to you, man. Let's get back to it. Appreciate you, bro.
So that you can speak in your own words here now, as opposed to somebody else. Slavery was exaggerated.
Yo, hit the like button, man.
Oh no, I said on my stream I don't agree with that. Because I said she used Roots as a reference for slavery being exaggerated, and like Roots as a movie, because the person who made the movie said that they wanted a myth for people to live by, but that's in regards to a movie. That's not in regards to slavery. So I made that clear on my stream.
Okay, but the principle itself, though, Roots being an allegory, and that's perfectly fine, that's perfectly okay. I don't think you can argue with Roots either, though. I don't even think that Roots can be argued with even as an allegory.
SP, stop, bro.
Mm-hmm.
A Christmas Carol was an allegory, but it's not really one you can argue with either, and it has fanciful elements to it. So the only way you would argue with it is if you're a person who believes, yeah, to hell with the poor.
Yeah, I'm not trying to argue with it. I'm not trying to argue.
Why is it that Pearl has found so many black folks, usually of immigrant backgrounds, in London who have been so pliable and so amenable to her?
Salute to BBR.
I can't speak to that one directly.
Really?
You know,
Okay, let's not
think,
really? We want to go out like that? Really?
Honestly, I think she's giving them a job, so they're taking the job, you know?
Okay, but you don't think that's indicative of the rank and file of their class over there?
The rank and file, Nigerian?
Yeah, I mean, you throw a penny in a crowd and you can find plenty of folk there who are willing to buck dance for her over there. She's had no problem getting people who work for her, people to join her in the studio, people to get on microphones. She's had no problem doing that.
What's going on, Daniel?
I don't knock them for it because a job is a job, you know?
Okay, Jessica, now just to be sure here, are you sure you did not refer to me as a race hustler?
I think she did call him that.
Do you know what? No, I don't think I did.
That's what I think happened. I think she called him a race hustler on one of her live streams and he got wind of it.
I don't think I did.
You don't think you did?
Hit the like button. I'll be looking on likes,
No.
Boss.
But you're not sure that you didn't.
I can't say for sure. I can't.
Yeah, that's very interesting. These individuals from these backstabbing cultures, honesty is something they grapple with. Would you like to take a little bit of time to think it over?
I literally can't say for sure. I can't say for sure.
Oh, so you're not certain. So what part of me strikes you as a race hustler then? Well, what do you define as a race hustler?
A race hustler would be someone who plays on racial issues in order to progress themselves.
Okay, and how do I play on racial issues to progress myself?
Do you know what? I will say this. One thing I do remember speaking about in the stream is that there were certain things that Pearly said and you added words to it that weren't there. So that I did speak on.
I added context, but I did not add anything that wasn't there. She meant what she said. She was not referring to white people. And the fact that it's corroborated that when she talked about being late, Nick Fuentes was the one who said he's Italian and he's late. She was the one who interjected blackness in lateness where even Nick didn't do that. That constitutes a train of thought. So these are a bunch of tropes and stereotypes that run in conjunction with each other. You're trying to sit up here and say that they don't? You start.
No, in regards
I hear the little pitter patter of tap dancing shoes going on.
In regards to the being late, yeah, she specified black people, right? But when she was talking about the immigrants and the hard workers versus non-hard workers, she just said Americans versus the Africans that she works with.
Yeah, thank you. But she's referring to Africans. That's the point. She was already making it a racial thing. And then are you saying that was disconnected from everything else she said later? That sounds irrational.
Let's get the likes up, guys. Last warning. Next time I'm stopping the show.
That's a person really trying to reach to disconnect it because they're trying to minimize her racial attitude. Oh, and about the folks because what you're trying to do here, you're a little sensitive about it because they have this myth that they try to create among the immigrants that they're harder working, but the hardworking people don't have to flee. Hardworking people stay where they are and build where they are, even against an animosity government. So that they have a myth that they keep trying to build and perpetuate. But no, man.
Why are y'all on her
She
eye?
meant what she said. And
stop it. Why are y'all talking about her eye, bro? Jeez, what's wrong with her eye? I'm ignoring y'all. I see SP going in on her eye. Stop, bro. What's going on, Mr. Burche? You're not too late, bro. Salute to the homie Eric Jordan. He says, Levon Nazaria just subscribed. Salute.
General, I salute you.
Hit that subscribe button. If you ninja watching, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You here every day. Hit the subscription, bro. It's free. I'll be on my bull stuff. Oh, I'm gonna stop swearing. I'm gonna stop swearing. I keep saying that. Salute to the homie Eric Jordan. Jason Black school Jessica X. She wasn't ready for the smoke from Jason Black. Man, I concur, bro. Where's my damn? I thought I added another one on here. I forgot where I put it at. Oh yeah, here you go. Hell yeah. Facts, bro. Facts, man. Exactly, man. Sometimes you just gotta know your enemy and know who you're talking to. No, Mr. Sam, you say, who the fuck you talking to? You got to know who you're talking to before you just call up to somebody's show because you might get smoked and not even realize it because you don't know your competition. Great point, Eric Jordan. Fuck out of here. Melanie, leave me alone, yo. Janessa Cohen says, hit the dang like button for the homeboy Theo. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. hit it, yo. Play the Mayweather clip. I'm not going to do it yet, man. I don't want to. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We're going to be hearing Floyd Mayweather for a while. Let's get back to it. Appreciate you very much, Mrs. Coleman, as well as the homie Eric Jordan. Be safe out there on the road, DJ.
That's why when it came back to that later, it was racialized. Nick Fuentes literally sat there and said, oh, well, they're certainly harder working than Black Americans are. Now, whoa, if she didn't mean it that way, if she wasn't referring to Black people, why didn't she push back or clarify on that when he said that?
No, and after he said that, they both started giggling with each other.
Okay, but I asked a different question. I asked if she wasn't referring to Black people the first time, why didn't she push back against him when he specifically cited, oh, well, these Black folk are harder working than those Black folk? Why didn't she sit there and say, oh, no, that's not right?
Because she didn't disagree. She didn't push back on anything.
Thank you. She didn't. And at no time did they refer to white Americans. Now, I can show you where they specifically referred to Black Americans. Not one place can you show me where they referred to white Americans in a negative.
No, that's true.
Okay, so when you sit up here and try to do this dishonesty of saying that, oh, well, she didn't say erase the first time, that's you trying to cover for white mommy.
No.
White mommy, oh my God. I love it, man. And remember, guys, if you're in the UK, I want to hear you guys' comments, especially, well, we can hold off on the people in the UK. When the second caller calls in from the UK, we get a different perspective. I really want Daniel and everybody else from the UK to chime in on this. Salute to Ponce Tech. He says, right way to start the morning with the squad. Salute, bro.
General, I salute you.
Appreciate you, Ponce Tech, holding us down from Jersey. Salute to Tiffany Hall as well. She just said that in the chat. And she was like, oh, Tiffany. Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope. For me to be able to, help you guys out with your day, I just really wanted a time slot where nobody else was at, and I found one, and that's kind of where we at, man. I didn't even think about it from that perspective, so I'm glad I helped you guys out in one way. Let's see, let's get back to it, guys. Make sure we're hitting the like button. Somebody said something that I want to. Oh, it was right here. Salute to Watch Gamer. Salute to Baltimore. He says, I guess I'll have my cape on. Jessica stated that Jason was constantly muting her. I don't know. I wasn't there. Great observation, Watch Gamer. I think he mentions it again. Darcel Roby, salute.
General, I salute you.
Darcel, is that? I don't know, Darcel, that could be either way. Roby, salute. I don't know if it's male, female, don't want to call a man a woman or a woman a man. Salute to you, Mr. or Mrs. Roby. Hit the like button on your way in. It's mandatory. It comes with your subscription. Let's get back to it. I don't know, man. Let's see, because I can't tell because this was a longer interview that Jason trimmed down to 2 hours, and then I trimmed it off of that. So he did say you have to mute her a couple times. We'll see, man. Let's find out together.
I'm just reacting as I go, right? So I'm listening to the clip. I'm reacting as I go. So I'm like, okay,
I don't know why everybody wants to tell that lie. Everybody wants to tell the same lie that they just heard it for the first time when they were all on the stream.
No, I did.
Everybody wants to act like they heard it the first time on the stream. All of you heard it beforehand. Otherwise, you never would have wanted to talk to Pearl in the first place. If you hadn't heard it before the stream started, it's irrational that you want to talk to her because you don't know what you're there to talk to about. Let me just get caught on the fly.
No.
That's crazy.
So I did a stream on it, right? Then I joined Obsidian's live interview. So those were two separate things. What they're talking about is the stream that I did reviewing it. When I did that stream, I'm just reviewing it as I go. Now, when I actually got to Obsidian's, that's when I had the foresight of having seen the whole thing.
And you're on here with me and you're saying that, well, you added things to it. You just said that with me just now on Zoom now. So that's not something from last night. That's something from right now.
Yeah, because you were asking what I said.
Yes, I didn't add anything.
And that's what I said in that
The only thing I added to it was context. Because anything else would be a distortion.
No, when you said, did she mention white American people in there at all? You're right, she didn't.
Right, but she did mention Black people. So when she was referring to being hard, not being hardworking, she was referring to Black people in America.
Salute to the homie HMP Music. Salute to you. Salute to Selvin Hunter over in the UK. Yeah, man, we definitely gonna want some people chiming in for the UK. Anybody in Africa? Yeah, we got anybody in Africa? Most definitely. Salute to the homie Willie Walker.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Willie Walker is one half of the great show Single by Choices, and they got another channel as well, Cart Before the Horse, something like that. One of you guys can go ahead and leave the link. Mr. Walker can leave the link because I reached him up. The channel is blowing up, Mr. Walker. I got one question.
Is it the shoes?
I just wanted to play that some more. Let's see. Salute to homie Mr. Walker. He says, good morning, Brother Coop. Salute to you, bro.
General, I salute you.
Salute to Mr. Walker. Give my best to Mrs. Walker and the little Walkettes and the homie Gavin X as well. Appreciate you, bro. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Single by Choices. Hit the goddamn like button, too. That's mandatory. Hit the goddamn like button. You know why? Because that's what Jesus would do, you niggas. Let's get back to it. Ain't y'all Christians?
She's referring to black people in America.
Do what Jesus says does. Hit the like button.
After seeing it, I can see how you come to that conclusion.
Okay,
I can see it after watching
I see how you come to the conclusion. Great. I'm glad to hear that there. I can see how you come to that conclusion. That's great. Do you agree with that conclusion based on the evidence?
Salute to you, Harry. Salute to,
I could say like
Devil Dogs.
80% I agree.
The banjo is playing. Y'all,
Like
y'all believe that? Can y'all believe they do a buck dance and a banjo in London? Tap dancing shoes, buck dancing and banjoing in London. They all think they're gonna get on. They think if they kiss up to mommy's ass, they all gonna get on. It's never coming.
Like,
they're all gonna try it.
No, I've been invited on her show. I've chosen not to go. So it's not about me trying to ingratiate myself with people or me trying to get in there and form alliances. If that's what I wanted, I could have done it already. That's
Can you
not
give
what
me
I
an
wanted.
example? Can you give me an example of a white race hustler?
A white race hustler, the guy that was on the show with her, the Nick Fuentes guy.
Okay, what part of him is a hustler?
Salute to you, Gloria.
He's a hustler because I believe he's intentionally saying things to stir people up.
Okay, but that's not the same context. Now you're describing something different. You're talking about an agitator. That's not a hustler.
Salute to you, Corey Joe. I got your email as well, bro. I just got to respond to you. Salute to the homie Eric Jordan. What EJ says, Jessica X isn't used to someone being direct. Great observation, Mr. Jordan. And you're going to notice here a little bit later on, not soon, but a little bit later on in the video was once Mr. Black is talking to the gentleman from the UK, they start they pretty much allude to this. Not only to that, and Mr. Sanders used to say this a lot, and you see it so much on Kendra G show as well. A lot of women are used to men being this direct with them. That's one aspect of it. Then the secondary aspect is that a lot of women are just used to men, especially if you're good looking, because she's a decent looking woman. Y'all going in on her eye, which I didn't even know. I don't even have a cocked eye, but I can't even see it, so it looks all right to me. But that's not the point. A lot of women are used to guys want to sleep with them, so they don't be honest with them. And that's one thing I say across the board as men. We talk about accountability with women. No, as men. All of us, all men, 100% men listening right now, we have to be as honest. Men, our interaction with women, we have to be as honest with women as we are with our homies, as we are with our friends. Daniel know how it is when he's kicking it with his boy. Daniel know he's not as direct with his girl as he is with his boy. And I'm not putting Daniel, that's everybody. That's myself as well. I know I have times like that with women. I'm just like, whatever. We need to be direct with women at all times. We need to be as direct as them as we are direct with our right-hand man. That's the only way we can get past this film. The women walking around being adults and never being spoken to directly is mind-blowing to me. He's been telling me I ain't shit since I was a little kid. It makes you tougher. Back to it, guys. Hit the like button.
That's what I meant by it. That's what I meant by it.
That's not the same. Okay, that's not the same thing. See, when you're referring to black people, you're calling black people race hustlers. But obviously what you're trying to say is there is no white counterpart to race hustling. That's something that only a black person can be.
No. I'd say it's the same thing.
That's why I asked. Okay, but I'm not. That wasn't what you described with me. You didn't say agitator. You said someone who does it for their own gain.
Yeah, so to gain, like with Nick Fuentes, I believe what he's doing is to gain clout and popularity.
Okay, when you said that I was a race hustler, what am I trying to gain?
I feel like clout and popularity to a certain extent, yeah.
Okay, and what have I done to gain, quote, clout and popularity through exploiting race?
Like when I was listening to the stream, right, where you were saying things about Pearly, it seemed that way at the time, and that's why I said it.
I didn't say anything to gain something for myself. I specifically referenced her words. And you're saying that was somehow gaining something for me? Repeating her words and giving it context is race hustling?
But it's the context, right? Because she never said Black Americans at that time, but you said she's saying that immigrants are harder working than Black Americans when she said Americans. So the context that you added is where it becomes specific.
Right, but that's not race hustling, ma'am. That's literally not the definition of race hustling. That's literally not the definition. I'm not gaining anything.
You can call it agitating. That's the word that you wanted to use. Whatever, adjective.
All right, let me grab the super chat here from Project Leroy. You guys were talking about you listen to me while you work out. Facts, man. That's dope. I just got my ass back in the gym this week. I'm sore as shit, man. But it is what it is. When I was younger and I started working out, I'm like, I'd be complaining about being sore. Like, dog, that's the muscles getting reactivated, man. So I'm with it. I'm about to get about to hit the gym. My gym time now is after the show end. Could be like 11 o'clock, noon. Ain't nobody in there, bro. I'll be in an empty gym. Salute to you, Project Leroy. He says Jessica X been in the Black manosphere too long that she has no experience talking to competent men who are direct with their question. Fact. Okay. So you guys are giving me some more background on Jessica X. I don't know how long has she been doing. I went to her channel and saw she had like 20,000 subscribers, but subscribers doesn't really dictate how active someone has been in the space. So I'm unfamiliar with her. So I'm kind of learning about her right now. It's probably isn't. I don't know if this is the best representation because she's going against Jason Black of all people. But appreciate the Project Leroy. Make sure you guys hit the like button.
Okay, but I don't think it's agitating either because I'm not trying to stir up a specific race of people to have bad feelings towards another race of people. So that wouldn't qualify either. These words have meaning, Jessica. These are words these are words and terms that have specific meanings and definitions, and you're throwing them around like a monkey slinging dirt.
I got you.
I'll say this, where I can take accountability on it. I haven't watched enough of your stuff to form a solid opinion, and so it was wrong of me to put that out there.
But Jessica, you kind of got a rep though, don't you, Jessica?
As in.
You kind of got a rep for soft shoeing sometimes.
What do you mean by soft shoeing? I'm sorry.
You got a rep for soft shoeing and kind of butt dancing sometimes. You got a rep for that.
Jason cracks me the hell up, man. And he's right. He's right. Damn. I'm trying my best to stop saying you're right, Woke Quill. There's a lot of dudes. No, you made another comment here. Let me grab this one as well. Wash Gamer says Jessica X been around for at least 5. Okay, well, oh wow, so she's been around. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm still new to this space, man. I haven't even hit a year yet. So yeah, well, I didn't know she was around that long. Okay. Let's see. I went to the gym early. Yeah, man. Yeah, because that's another thing, man. I want to be Chelsea. I hear Chelsea and Mona D say that all the time around it. We work out over here, and I want to bring that same thing, but I got to get to the gym first. But yeah, that's definitely want to be. I want to make my channel not about physical fitness, but I want that to be. We over here talking about weed and all this kind of shit on the regular. I want workout. I want people in the chat like, oh yeah, I'll start hitting the. Did you work out this morning? But I got to get there first myself. So salute to the homie Squeegee Kid represent. Man, I haven't played this drop in a while. Z-Whip. Salute to you. I have so many sound drops. I forget that I have some of them. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I got too many drops. Salute to Squeegee Kid. He says Pebbles from the Flintstones with a British accent sounded. Yo, what are we talking about? What are you talking about here, bro? Appreciate you for the super chat, Squeegee. Let's get back to it. Hit the like button, guys.
I don't think so. I think most of the time I'll stand on my square, but I'm being genuine and saying that I don't feel like I've watched you enough to be able to form a solid opinion. And that's even why when I got up here, I was hesitant to come up because I realized that. So I was hesitant to come up.
Here's the lesson. I know some of y'all, when white women show up, your heart starts fluttering and you start getting, Twitter pated. And it's just like, oh, white mommy, you start sweating and getting flustered and you start flushing your skin. And I understand that's kind of hard to resist that. But if you don't recognize a hardcore white supremacist when you're in their presence and you don't respond emotionally, reflexively, accordingly, your life is in danger. You're the kind of chick who would go dancing off with some dude from Alabama who's visiting London and they never see you again because you're predisposed to be susceptible to that. Meanwhile, the black men who are simply reporting the news.
Hold on. I apologize for stopping the video. Woke Will, since I found out after she called into KS show. Woke Will, you talking about Jessica? Was she on KS show? I'm unfamiliar. Salute to you, Sparkwater. Salute to Queens, Harlem, Manhattan, Long Island, BX, Brooklyn. I think I named too many. I named too many of them. Salute to New York.
Saying that 2 + 2 equals
she on
4.
KS show?
You calling them race hustlers, which you know full well you're only meaning that in context of black people.
Facts.
You don't mean that in white people's context. You only mean that as a negative or pejorative towards black people, specifically
I'm gonna get like
black
y'all,
men.
man.
And that attitude is dangerous.
No, because like I said, I know you haven't watched the stream, but I called out Nick Fuentes for what he did.
It's not Nick. It's not Nick. This is the issue. I keep saying that you haven't heard me sit up here and say anything about you versus Nick. I'm sticking on the square. I've already said who the issue is. No, ma'am, it's you and white mommy. That's the issue. You and white mommy.
Her whiteness doesn't mean anything to me.
It was enough. It was enough for you to start deciding to call folks race hustler. You and Obsidian kind of had that in common.
No, that wasn't about her.
Okay.
That's more.
It was about her because you wanted to try to minimize her racism. And what you did, it wasn't even factually accurate. All I did was provide context because that is a trope. When she said that, those are white supremacist. This is something I want you to remember here, Jessica. This might be new to you all over there. These are white supremacist code words.
Okay.
So the reason for a code word is an individual who does not want to believe something. When you throw out a code word, it's supposed to give them plausible deniability.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Last time, hit the like button. I need 150. I need 30 more. I won't even make it 200 likes. 218 in the building. I need 180 likes. Get those likes up to 180. Last time, be telling.
Oh, well, I never said I was talking about black people. I could be talking about all Americans. Yeah, but as the conversation progressed, it was never isolated to white people, not as a negative. As the conversation progressed, it only distilled down to anti-black. Which is what I was, the moment she said immigrants working harder than Americans, the moment she said that, I said she's talking about black people. Now remember, that was earlier in the interview. The rest of that comes after she said that. So she started with the, well, you know, immigrants work harder. And I said, hey, she's talking about black people. Well, if I was wrong in that assumption, then why is it that as the interview progressed, it narrowed down the focus to targeting and demeaning black Americans? If my first assumption was wrong, then how was I able to accurately call where it went?
No, and that's why as I watched the stream, I realized what was going on. And by the time that I came into Obsidian's interview, I had like a lot more to kind of form my opinion on and my stance on Obsidian's.
Is Pearl a white supremacist?
Here we go.
A white supremacist?
Hit the like button.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got your tap shoes on. She literally sat up there and said the black folk are lazy. She literally sat up there and said that slavery was exaggerated. She literally sat up there and said that black immigrants in the UK, that all of you, people like you, are always late, which is a euphemism for lazy. Yeah, y'all, white mommy, she's like, you know, Jason, she tried to act before as if she was being mischaracterized. As soon as I said, hey, is white mommy a white supremacist? I don't know about that.
No, I say she's ignorant. A white supremacist? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about
that. Which part of what she said and did is not white supremacist?
Because in my mind, white supremacists believe that they're superior. They want some sort of harm towards black people.
You know,
okay, is keeping you in a position of subjugation harm?
I'm going to add a poll in the chat right now. I got a question to ask.
Ma'am, keeping you economically deprived, keeping you economically and socially oppressed, keeping you in a police state where your rights can be deprived at any time, is that harming you? Wow.
I don't know about all of that.
Have you ever had a white boyfriend?
No.
I don't believe you.
Bruh.
Stop the cap.
I'm about to add a poll. I promise. I didn't just do that because Jason said that. When I listened to this yesterday, I listened to this entire call and the entire call. When she said I never had a white boyfriend, I said, that's a lie, without even knowing, bro. I just heard that shit. It's good. And then just for me to say it, and then Jason backed me up on it. I'm adding a poll to the chat. Salute to the homie, 1MMG Sniper. He says, morning squad, I'm a little late. Hit them blunts. Bang! Bang! It's good. Back to it, man. Let's get back to it. Appreciate it, man. As soon as she said that, I was like, that was a lie.
You're lying.
It's
You're
hard.
Lying. You're lying. I don't believe that at all. You're lying. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you're lying. No, there's a white dude. There's a white dude who done gripped them butt cheeks over there by the Tower Bridge. There's a white dude over there who done gripped them butt cheeks near the Tower Bridge. So no, ma'am, no, that's not gonna fly. When you're this resistant to something that's so obvious, that's because you're compromised. So you're sitting up here, you're describing every characteristic of a white supremacist, and then when I say, is this a white supremacist, you pull back and, oh no, I don't know about that. I don't know. You heard everything she said. What part of that is not a white supremacist? Well, I mean, you know, as I said, this is the kind of little goofy chick who a white man will be able to talk her into going off anywhere by herself, and that'll be the last time you see her because she wants to sit up here and pretend that she doesn't see what's in front of her. And usually when you pretend to be dumb long enough, you actually become it. Eventually, you're going to do something you shouldn't do. She's sitting up here acknowledging this woman's spouting white supremacist talking points, multiple ones in one conversation, but when you ask her, is that a white supremacist? I don't know. What kind of person who's not a white supremacist says that black people are lazy, black people are late, slavery was exaggerated? What type of non-white supremacist white person talks like that,
I'm back,
Jessica?
Now.
An ignorant one?
Okay, you're calling it ignorance. At what point does it become racism?
I believe it's racism if you feel that you're superior or you look down on.
And what she said does not qualify to you as looking down on black people?
In terms of the not working as hard, yeah.
In terms of they're always late, in terms of slavery, we don't need reparations because you're blaming other people. In terms of slavery was exaggerated. Exaggerated by whom? Oh, exaggerated by you.
You guys have, like, you call it CPT time, right? CP time. Over here, we call it African time. It's known that, like, it's an inside joke that
it's an inside joke. It's an inside joke for white people to join in on.
No doubt.
That's why I said to her that I don't think she should speak on it.
Okay, I don't think she should speak on that. So you're not going to go to the point of saying she's racist. It's just, oh well, I think it's inappropriate for you to speak. It's just a joke, so you don't take actual offense to it.
Christine Williams, don't think I've ever seen you here. Salute to you. About to roll up now. Me as well.
Not on a racial
I gotta go to the gym. I roll up. I smoke on the way to the gym.
In terms of the being late?
She's literally sitting up here using code words to call you nigga, and you sitting up here trying to be an apologist and explain it away. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. When we talk about the dangers of the tether class, this is what we mean right here. She's literally sitting up here trying to explain away. This white supremacist is using all the words, and she's sitting up here. Well, it's not racist. It's ignorant.
Let's hit the like button, y'all.
Ignorant means that a person doesn't know what they're doing, Jessica. So you're saying that she said all of that, but she doesn't actually understand its racial and historical context?
I mean, someone can think that they're right and be ignorant at the same time.
Jessica, are you saying that that Pearly did not understand the racial and historical context of what she was saying?
No, I think she did, right? And
okay, then how is that? You can't be ignorant and understanding.
No, but it's like you can still think that you're right, but be
yes,
ignorant.
But what you can't be is both ignorant and understanding. This has nothing to do with whether you think you're right. You just said that she understands the racial and historical context of her words.
Let me see. I just wanted to, I know we had salute to the homie H. Louise up in Canada. I got something for you guys. I think I got it. I don't know where it's at. I think it's over here somewhere. While I'm looking for that. Salute to all my neighbors in the north. I just wanted to read the poll. We had 50 people vote. It said, is JPT a white supremacist? Hell yeah, Theo. 60% of y'all said hell yeah. 18%, close to 20% says nah. And then the other 22% says maybe. Her hood is showing. That was good. So I just want to see where y'all head was at. Salute to the homie H. Louise. Let me grab that super chat as well. Let me see. I see. Okay, here we go. H. Louise says, okay, fine. I'll smoke up too.
It's good.
Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, H. Louise, always supporting the show. Let's see. Salute to every black person in every country has a former CBT. They talk about facts. T. Peterson. I heard this. Well, I don't want to say that. My sister went to Ghana. And she kind of said it. And then I remember Boyce Watkins. I don't listen to him nearly as much as I used to. But no, he did some business in Ghana. He said that like, that shit was terrible, man. Meeting started at 11 o'clock. At 12, it's 12:15. We still ain't even close to start. Salute to the homie Woke Quill. He said, if Pearl and Nick were black and made statements against whites, would they be black supremacists? And would JB be right to critique?
It's good.
That's a question everyone needs to know. Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you guys think? If Pearl and Nick were black and made statements against whites, would they be black supremacists? And would a white JB be right to critique them? That's a great question, man. Let me know in the chat, guys. What you guys think? That's a great question.
You can no longer argue ignorance.
No doubt, bro.
Now, you can say the person's in error, but you can't argue that they're ignorant.
George Smith, I see you.
Yeah.
Things got real quiet.
Because I don't know what to say.
How old are you, Jessica?
28.
You are too damn old to be this silly. You are too damn old to be, now this with the behavior you're doing, you're too damn old to be this obstinate. In the face of raw white supremacy, you're sitting up here trying to be an apologist and argue away about it. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous because other black females and other black people will hear you acting this silly and they'll sit up here and follow up behind it because they think that you have some knowledge or understanding that they don't, that the situation's not that bad and it's not that dangerous. They'll sit up here and listen to you and you'll mislead them.
Let me grab the super chat. I'm looking at Styles' point. I was going to put her hood showing just because it was funny. You stupid, bro. Salute to Crazy Bailey. He says, peace to the chat. I got my L lit on my work break. Salute to you, bro. Smoke them if you got them, man. Salute to the homie Mill Brown. Mr. Brown says, this chick's dizzy as hell. Facts, bro. Let's get back to it, man. I think she bit off more than she could chew, but someone else said it. I was alluding to it earlier in the stream, and someone else actually said it in the chat. Before you go watch anyone's content, before you just jump on a panel, before you just call into a show off emotions or feelings, because you might bit off more than you can chew, and this definitely was the case. But you guys remember, she's going to hang up and then call back in. So she came back for a second serving of that ass whooping. Let's get back to it, guys.
You're hearing white supremacy, but you're refusing to call it white supremacy. So you're telling everybody that's not white supremacy. So when they hear that or something 5 degrees worse than that, they'll say that that's not white supremacy either. Then it all becomes, quote, ignorance. So she's just erased the definition of racism and white supremacy altogether.
You can tell I don't do these conversations.
You don't have to do the conversation. You were born it. You don't have to learn the conversation, man. Weren't you born black?
Yeah, but I haven't really had any racial situations, if I'm being honest.
No, you've just dismissed them. You've met them multiple times. You just dismissed them. You're 28 years old. Let me ask you a question. How much do you make a year at 28 years old with your cute little face?
Not enough. Not enough.
That's not a number. How much do you make a year?
I have to give the exact amount?
You can give me within 5,000 pounds.
Okay, I'll say in pounds.
And if you're going to lie, make it good, because I got follow-up questions. So if you're going to lie, make it good.
Under 40.
Okay. Do you think that the do you think that the average white female Londoner makes 40,000 pounds a year at 28 years old?
No.
You don't think that's because of race?
There you go.
No, I think this.
I literally just asked you a racial question. I literally just asked you a racial question. Are you black? Yes. How much do you make a year? 40,000 pounds. Do you think the average white female Londoner makes 40,000 pounds? Oh, no. Do you think it's because of race? No, I don't think so.
No, because the average person earns less. Like, I earn about the average, and that's for, like, people of all age groups.
Ma'am, there's no way in the world that you make more than the average white female Londoner. That's just not possible. The poverty and racial wage gap dynamic is the same in the UK as it is in the US. What are you trying to pull? What are you trying to pull?
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Mike Power says, I want Pearl to talk to Jason Black. She don't want that smoke, bro.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
We'll be right back to it, I promise. She don't want that smoke with Jason. When she came out with her response video, she barely even touched on him. And he was the initial one who kicked it off. I know Mike TV. I know he was on her for a while, but it was actually Jason playing the Nick Fuentes, and I didn't even know that video existed. Jason brought that to the whole internet's, like, if you weren't a subscribe to her channel, you wouldn't even know that existed. So yeah, she don't want no problem with Jason. She'd go at everybody else, but and that's how you know who's a big dog. You know what I'm saying? You ever see somebody talk shit to somebody, but it'd be one person they'll ignore. They'll ignore that person and go around to the other one. Nah, she don't want no smoke.
And about average, to be honest. That's men and women, all ages, all races.
You think that you're telling us that the average that you make more than you just said you make more than the average. I appreciate you, Will. 28-year-old white female Londoner.
Back cool, I see you.
I'm sure if I got the specific number, it would be more.
I'm sure if we made up the specific number, it'd be more.
I mean, I can go look for it. I don't know.
No,
ma'am.
What do you have a degree in?
Numbers.
What do you have a degree in?
Business and finance.
Okay. 28 years old. There's not very much you can do with a degree in business and finance at 28 years old.
I mean, I'm doing okay.
You think you're doing okay?
Keep this in mind too, guys, because I know the majority of us is over here in the States. You guys got to remember that as well. So great catch, Tiffany, because I thought that as well when I was listening to it. For those that don't know, 40,000 pounds is about $50K US. So about average income is slightly above average.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I mean, I could do better. Obviously, I want to do better, but...
Everyone, if you want to go and look it up for yourselves, you can see that
facts, woke Will. You're right. The whole
median
thing.
Annual earnings. In the UK, median mean for London is 41,000. South End is 34,000. East is 32,000.
Hit the like button. I'll be looking on likes, Mark. Woman, answer the question.
Any more questions?
I didn't really have any questions. I just wanted to. People asked me to call in, so I did it.
So here's my thing. Even if we take into account a median of around, let's just say 30,000 pounds. Let's just go ahead and say that. Around 30,000 pounds. Do you think that the average white female Londoner is living on 30,000 pounds a year?
Depending on age, because I think that plays a factor. No,
I'm talking about the age that you are now.
You say earns like 30,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, Woku. I apologize. It was an interesting interview with Nick in Obsidian. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but yeah, I'm not gonna gamble with the chat with playing that shit.
Yeah, I'd say around that. Yeah. Somewhere close to it.
I can live with it.
Okay. According to Varbs.com, Female wages in London average £48,838. Male wages average $63,719.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that you make 40.
Yep.
You don't see a problem.
Well, most of the people in that category are going to be older because there's going to be people in their 30s.
Yeah, but the thing
40s,
is, but
60s.
according to you, you're a working professional with a degree. According to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're 28 years old. When did you get your degree?
2000 and the late 2000 teens, I'll say. I don't want to say specifically when.
Okay, 2016.
A bit later.
Okay, 2019.
I don't want to give the specific year.
Ma'am,
but
do you think that
now.
shows something? That's been 4 years, ma'am. What do you think you're supposed to be doing in 4 years?
Working like I
yes,
am.
Yes, ma'am. There's my point. Yes, ma'am. You've had your degree now. You've been in the workforce for 4 years. That's my point.
Yeah.
Every time I bring you an incontrovertible,
decent for my age. If
you don't compare yourself to your white female counterparts, I'm sure it is.
Even compared to them,
yes,
I'm actually
ma'am.
doing pretty decent for my age. I'm not doing bad.
Which part of London do you live in?
I don't know. I don't want to say where I live.
Ma'am,
I don't know why.
You don't have to say the street.
So hard.
Ma'am, you don't have to say the street. You can tell us what part of London you live in. London has a lot of parts.
I don't want to do that.
She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to say what part. She doesn't want to say what part of London she lives in. Man, first of all, if I wanted to, I could just get enough people to tell me where you live at. So I mean, that's.
And then I don't get this part about it. So they're going to be talking about she's not want to give her. Like, I get it. Not giving you exact location. Yeah, but she's going to get stuck on that. And also, she suffers from a bit of PPM, professional point missing. She's missing the ultimate point. She's going to get in her feelings about Jason saying, like, you know, she makes like 40K or whatever, like, you make okay money. She kept reiterating the fact that she makes good money for her age. And it's like, not really. At 28, you're making 50K, you know, like, not really. But yeah, she's getting stuck on that for some weird reason.
Nice. But folks, they're saying she sounds like she's from West London. She sounds like she's from West London. She's trying to conceal herself, but she sounds like she's from West London.
I can sound like I'm from wherever. I don't get the point that you're trying to make.
Because
you're trying to convince me that I'm poor.
Folks in London know that it takes different incomes. For example, the difference between Essex and Sussex. There's a difference between those things. So how much those geographic locations literally tell people how much money the person makes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't think a Yankee knew that. I'm not a Yankee. I'm from the
I'm
not a Yankee. I'm from the southern United States, but you all get the point. No, you didn't think I knew that. But by the way,
London.
The geographic place, London, people in London know this, that the geographic place that you're from over there, they can actually tell you how much money you make simply by knowing where you're at.
Yeah, I would say this, to stay in London, you have to make a certain amount. It's not cheap. So even though you're trying to convince me that I'm poor, I'm not.
Ma'am,
poor.
I'm not trying to. I never said anything about what your income is or isn't. I didn't say that.
Let's see. Salutes to Orlando. He said, "What's his point? My first job out of law school was 41K. People grow over time, their careers." And so, like, I don't think that's his point though. To Orlando, actually, more she's got stuck on this point more than anything. She actually, you can tell from, even though she's not getting riled or anything, you can tell about how the conversation is going to progress. She kind of got stuck. She just said it a second ago that you're saying. By saying that she made 40K, she was insulted and she was thinking as if he was insinuating that she was poor. She's just going to be stuck on that when it's really not. That's why I said she suffers from a bit of PPM. She's the one that's going to get stuck on this point. Jason could have moved on. I would prefer he moved on, but he going to get her routed up in it. It gets better, in my opinion, once the second caller from the UK chimes in. And it should happen momentarily. It shouldn't be that long. Salute to you, 10 plus. I see you.
I did not say any such thing. I simply said in comparison to your white female counterparts.
Even in comparison.
I'm sorry, this is up again. Donovan Sharp. I got to see that because I can't see Donovan Sharp roasting anybody, bro. When they do lying about not being married or some shit. But anyway, I'll watch it, definitely. It's funny.
I'm doing okay. I am, trust me.
So she claims, although remember I said within $5,000, so you got to figure she's fudging
Even
her
if I
numbers by
made
about
35,000,
you got to figure she's fudging her numbers by about 10,000. She's fudging her numbers by about 10,000 pounds. Actually, I'm pretty much feeling sure that's what it is.
I'm not. I don't need to. I could have come on here and said that I made 80,000 a year. I could have lied.
And that would have been first of all, that would have been preposterous, considering the fact that in London, in the UK, 80,000 pounds would be the equivalent of our US 6-figure salary. So that would be insane for you at 28 years old with a finance degree to claim they're doing that. So you'd have to find a different degree. You'd have to name a different degree in a different age, because you said you've only had it now for 4 years. So you'd have to pick a different career and a different degree and a different age.
What I'm saying is I told you the truth, and then you're trying to tell me that I'm basically like poor.
I never said that. You're very sensitive about that. I didn't say you're poor. I said compared to your white female counterparts.
She got stuck on that
to my white female counterparts, I can assure you I'm doing just fine.
Is Pearl a racist?
What did we say?
I can see why people would call her racist.
I'm asking you. I'm not asking people. I'm asking you.
I'd say her views are some of them are racist, yeah.
Okay, can you have racist views and not be a racist?
No.
I hope you'll take some time to reflect on some of the lack of character you've displayed tonight.
I don't know what lack of character I have. I mean,
I think you're young, but you are too old to be this silly. I want you to take some. I'm being nice and being diplomatic right now. I'm not being caustic. I'm serious. You need to take some time to sit, because you're going to look back on this interview here, this phone call tonight, in 6 months or a year, and you are going to be horribly embarrassed by the answers you gave. Hell, you're probably going to look back on it tomorrow and be horribly embarrassed that you literally sat here in front of thousands and thousands of people and told them somebody saying slavery is exaggerated, black people are lazy, and that immigrants work harder than you native people do, except when they're black, that's not racist, and that, I'm not sure if that's white supremacist. I'm not sure. I can only imagine how many other insults you would sit up here and shrug off and say, that's not white supremacist or racist either.
He needs to move on. Yeah, and they're about to move on here in a second, man. They're about to move on here in a second. She don't want to listen to him at all. Facts. Oh, this was Jason Black chasing her through the forest. He's tripping over her feet. Facts, man. And yeah, man, this is just part of the conversation. And they're about to move on once this other guy calls in. But yeah, he could have let that go as well. But I think Jason was actually being relatively nice to her. He wasn't really going in on her like that.
I can only imagine what other slave
better once the other guy calls in.
Type of insults you'd be subjected to, and you'll just dismiss those two. And they'll just be laughing at you. I would say they're laughing at you behind your back, but in your case, they might have to laugh. They might be able to get away with laughing at you in your face, and you'll just be sitting there. Tea and crumpets, huh? That's not something. I mean, that's not something to be proud of.
People want in this situation is either
candor, honesty. Don't insult people's intellect.
It's like
don't insult people's intelligence. That's all people want. People do not want you insulting their intelligence. That's what they don't want.
There's two sides from it. There's two sides of it from what I'm seeing. Right?
Tell me the other. Okay, tell me the other side of white supremacy. I see white supremacy. I see white supremacy. What's the other side that you see?
I'm talking about how people are reacting to the situation.
Yes, I see white. I see white supremacy. What is the quote other side? You said there's two sides. I only see one side.
The other side.
What's the other one?
Is white.
He's
white
flexing
savior,
on her now. Yeah.
Right. So it's either like Pearly can do no wrong. Pearly's saying what she said was no problem, or on the other side, it's like Pearly's the most evil person in the world. I
don't know if she's the most evil person in the world, but I do know white supremacy and racist when I see one. And you're claiming that you don't see that. You're claiming that you don't see that. It
feels like that's what people want from me, and because I'm not doing it, people on both sides are upset.
What it means is everybody needs to know where you stand, so that they know within the company of white supremacists, they know the folk they can trust, and then they know the people they can't trust.
If you don't trust me, then you don't trust me. I gave my views on my stream. I gave my views to Pearly when I was on Obsidians. if you don't trust me,
and
then
you've made your point very clear that I think she said some racial things, but white supremacists, I'm not so sure. Are you sure you don't want to try to clarify that now before you go?
no.
Okay. Remember, you've made your choice.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for having the conversation. Yeah.
Good looking, TP.
Watch your back.
Watch your back.
Although she might not be smart enough to be able to do that. Let me go ahead and see if I
got
can.
it, TP.
We've been on here excessively long. Tactical Genius, are you ready?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Okay, so yeah, this I put it in the video. You can't, but I put it in the video for as a reminder. Jason took a couple calls. The show had been going on for hours at this point. So he took a couple calls, and this is one of the calls he took. Tactical Genius, a guy from London. And I think this is when the stream got even better. Hearing someone else from the UK who's much older than Jessica X give a good opinion. I thought this is where the conversation went to go.
Yes, we can. Where are you calling from?
Who a house ninja?
I'm calling from Wolverhampton, UK.
All right. Jessica says ain't no racism over there, so I'm glad you called in to corroborate that there's no racism and I got it wrong. So
let me know in the UK. I seen Tanya in here. I know Daniel had to walk away. Selvin, let me know it's no racism over in the UK. I love this as a Black American. I love to hear the perspective of the UK because I was just ignorant to it, man. I've been ignorant my whole life to. Okay, salute to you, Dave. I've been ignorant my whole life to how the UK operates and realizing that we got a bunch of Black people over there, man. And I always wondered myself, as someone who's never been to the UK, is the UK just as racist as goddamn America? I know one of the main differences is y'all don't have guns like we do, thank goodness. But yeah, I've always wondered that myself about the UK, and I never really actually got to talk to anyone from the UK. You know what? I should have hit the link. I should have brought the link down to actually get my first ever guest on here, somebody from the UK. Let's get back to it. I want to hear what this guy has to say. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's get it.
You are 100% correct, Jason. I listened to the first 15 minutes of this broadcast and I went to sleep and I woke up about 45 minutes ago just to hear the whole broadcast, and I'm surprised you're still on. But I only got on a few minutes before she came on, and, I was just completely furious listening to her because she's giving a poor representation of Black British people. I'll just say this, that, if we were to draw up a league table of Black people on planet Earth that put in work, number one would be African Americans, FBA. Number two will be Black British. This kind of coon behavior, it's not indicative of Black people in the UK. We put in work. You Google, I'm born and raised in a place called Tottenham.
Brixton.
Yeah,
Folk forgot, brother. I was covering that when it happened in Brixton. We was cheering over here about it.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Tottenham, and everybody in the UK listening now knows Tottenham has a reputation for two things. Number one, the football team with that brand new stadium where they now have American football games. Number two is riots. We turn up, and and we know what racism is. We know what racism is. So if a Black British person tells you, you ask them direct questions, you 100% correct, Jason. She knows what racism is, and she knows what Just Pearly Things does is racist, and what she says is racist. It's just textbook racism. A white person can't make it in America. They come to the UK, they surround themselves with coons, and then they play the puppet master. And then when she's trying to explain herself, she's trying to say she's apologized for bringing Nick Fuentes on. The problem is not bringing on and interviewing white supremacists. That doesn't make you a white supremacist, Jason. You interviewed Jared Taylor. You interviewed Richard Spencer in those videos that I have in my house. That doesn't make you a coon by interviewing those people. It's the context of the interview, the behavior of the interview. When the guy was spouting racist nonsense, she was giggling along with him. And then she added her own by, talking about slavery, talking about Black people being late. That wasn't Nick Fuentes that said that. That was her. And that's on her. And that's the problem I have with her.
Yeah, if she had just simply talked to him and said nothing when she said that, I wouldn't have a leg to stand, or I would have less of a leg to stand on right now. If she had just simply let him speak and said nothing, at least Adam 22 was smart enough to do that with Richard Spencer in Destiny. Now, what Adam messed up at was when he prefaced it about, well, I don't see why Richard Spencer was so bad. I read the SPLC website. I mean, that's where he messed up at. But for her, she literally would have been a lot better off if she had just simply said nothing. So the real question comes in, so why was she unable to say nothing?
Correct, because she got comfortable, Jason. You know, me and you are similar age. I turned 50 a week ago. And, you know, I'm born and raised in the UK. I went to school with these people.
50, this dude looked about 32.
Facts, bro. I caught myself when he said that. I was like, this brother just turned 50. This dude look young as shit. Salute to the UK, bro. That dude look young as fuck.
You know, and, you know, but I follow the principles that you talk about. You know, make yourself strong, look after yourself, study, you know, build yourself as, you know, what you would call the peak value man. That's something I live by. That's something I work by. I mean, you know, I've contributed to your broadcast by doing the IT workshop. For people who don't know, I'm the guy, Robert, from the UK.
Robert, wow. Yeah. Okay, y'all, I've never actually met Robert like this. This is Robert. Okay, well, it's good to see you, brother. I didn't know all this information. Look here. By the way, Obsidian, take notes. O'Shea, take notes, although I doubt it'll ever do you any good, but take them anyway.
No, but, I mean, we know racism in the UK. I mean, for people in America who don't really understand.
This guy, facts, bro. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This dude said he's 50. I was like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
Bro, he looks great for 50, man. No homo. Dude looks good for a 50-year-old man, bro.
What happens here? The main difference between the UK and the US is the gun laws. The racism is exactly the same. They treat us exactly the same as they treat you over there.
It's just that day over 35.
Most of the police here don't have guns. That's why they don't shoot us by the roadside. But it happens, you know. They treat us the same in schools. They lock us out of the workplace. You know, we're the last hired, the first fired. It's exactly the same in the UK. And it's, to a certain degree, it's worse here because at least you guys are 13% of the population. You have numbers. We are like 3%, 4%. If that. I mean, growing up, we were 1% of the population. And it's not just, you know, the white people who gang up on us. It's other non-white people that gang up on us. You know, I don't know if you're aware, Jason, but, you know, this country is run by people from Asia.
I'm going to go with you, D.
Like as in our prime minister, our home secretary, which is the same as your secretary of state. They're trying to deport black people to Rwanda.
Correct.
You know, we've got black people here who are British citizens that they're trying to deport. Google the Windrush scandal.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they treat us here. So for a black British person, when you ask her direct questions about racism, she's acting like she doesn't know. She knows.
You know, people over here in the States, folks have a misconception that, for example, where immigration is concerned, that you all are more liberal about it over there than we are over here. Folks don't understand. They're literally, I was talking about this on my other YouTube channel. They're gathering up the black folks, the black immigrants over there. If you're illegals, they're gathering them up over there. Forget stopping them at the border. They're like, oh, you got through? Get your ass on this plane over there. It's going down over there in Britain right now. And he's absolutely right. What's his name? Sundon. I forget his name. Sundon, the prime minister.
Richie Sunak.
Yeah, I'm about to say Sunak. Okay, I'm saying Sundon. But so how close I'm keeping track of it. But yeah, I mean, he slid right into position. So you know what this means. He's here to show the Anglos that he ain't here to rock the boat. He wants to have a place in history, and he's here to show the Anglos, hey, I'm not here to rock, nut, challenge anything. I'm here to uphold it. And he's off to a fantastic start.
But the thing is, Jason, he's not even the worst. We've had home secretaries here. The first one was Priti Patel. She was terrible. And now we have another one called Suella Braverman.
3%.
I mean, you think Kamala...
Okay, my apologize. Daniel says the UK black population is only 3%, man. Shit. It's crazy because we're 13% over here in America. And I'm thinking our numbers aren't that big, man. Our numbers aren't that big, but shit, only 3%. I was unaware of that.
The Harris is bad. You want to look at some of the politicians, like the Indian politicians we have here. They're worse. They're 100 times worse than Kamala Harris. I mean, we've got things where migrants will get on a boat from France and try and come across the English Channel. These people are trying to send the boats back and have people drown at sea if they got their way.
Folks have forgotten their history, brother. They forget the East India Company. They've forgotten their or they don't even know it because they don't teach it to them. So when you realize that India, basically the story of Mahatma Gandhi, if they don't know anything about the history at all, that is basically a suburb of England. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, it's really bad out here. So, you know, some of these, there's something you've said, Jason, with regards to, you know, Pearly things surrounding herself with black people. White supremacists know how to pick their coons.
They do. They do.
And she's picked a whole bunch of coons around her. They're doing all the work because she says that she hires these people, she pays them well. And, you know, these are all coons she's hired. And there's, you know, most of the black people here watching this and just shaking our heads like, you know, why are we even, like you said, why do we even let these people come amongst us? You know, that's the crime. You can't really blame her because she is what she is. But the real problem is with us. We're letting these people come around us and we know what they're going to do. They act cool when they come through the door, but we know what they're going to do. They're going to take over and they're going to make money out of us. And then they're going to disrespect us. You know, you can't hate people for being what they are. You can only hate yourself for allowing yourself to get taken by them. You know, as Africans, we've been taken for the last 600-700 years. They came, they take our people, they take our resources, and they dominate us. And we know, you know, the history book tells you this. So when she comes through the door, she's going to do what her ancestors done, what they all do to us. And that's the sad thing. And then you had this young lady on, Jessica knows, you know, she's trying to play this Meghan Markle type of, you know, oh, I don't really know racism. I've never really, you know, she said something like, I've never really had a racial incident. Of course, she's had people in her, as a mixed black person living in the UK, half her family probably don't accept her. You know, so.
Well, Jessica, for some reason, is checked back in with us here, Jessica.
All right, excuse me. So yeah, so they had that conversation. I guess Jessica felt a certain type of way because, you know, my man was kind of like, she on some bullshit. And also remember, because my man looks so damn young, it's easy to forget that he's 22 years older than her. That's another thing I used to talk about with Mr. Samuels as well. When you're realizing that you're talking to someone, when younger people start telling older people shit, of course, I'm not saying that you don't have any knowledge because you're young, but you gain knowledge and wisdom over time. It's mandatory for you to grow old. It's not mandatory for you to grow mature. So just because someone's old doesn't mean that they're older than you, doesn't mean they're wiser. But it's clear from the jump, even before she called back, that this man knew more information than her. And I think that's more of an ego thing. Again, I have no problem with Jessica X. This is my first time ever witnessing her content, but she bit off more than she could chew. I don't think she's prepared for, she didn't bring yet. Wasn't ready for this conversation.
Because I feel like the conversation is a bit disingenuous. I never said that racism doesn't exist.
You said you never encountered it.
Yeah, like me being
okay,
out
then
there
that's saying it
publicly,
doesn't exist. Then if you're saying you never encountered it,
no, it means that I haven't faced it myself.
How did you become so special in a place that's endemic, where it's saturated with racism over there? How did you become so special?
As a woman and a man, you're
and a biracial, a woman, a man, and a biracial.
Yes.
You're a biracial.
If you let me finish, my experience as a woman, my experience being mixed is going to be different to that of the man that's up. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. The man that's up here right now. So if you wanted to, we could have got into the nuances of all of these things, but you weren't interested in hearing the nuances. You just wanted to catch me in a gotcha moment. And like
repeating your words is a gotcha moment, really?
I said that I personally haven't had somebody be racist to me. I haven't.
Robert, does that sound accurate to you?
Exist? Does that mean that I haven't seen other people go through it? Of course not.
Jessica, look, you know, we're both British here, so you're speaking to someone who's lived the same experience as you.
That's why I came up.
Okay, as you know, Jessica, we have a massive mixed race population in the UK. Massive, yeah? As you know, mainly black men and white women. You know, you could go to, even outside London, Jason, you go to Bristol, you go to Cardiff, you go to Liverpool, it's full of mixed people. And for you Americans, watch English soccer. Turn on the TV and watch English soccer, and you see the number of mixed race people playing football. We have a massive mixed population. And you, as a mixed person, you know that you speak to your dad, you speak to your mum. When your mum got pregnant with you, you know that there were people in the white side of your family that didn't accept you. You know.
I've spoken about this on my channel. I've spoken about this before. It's not something that I deny.
Okay,
it's
you just told us that you just told us you never encountered it.
Then no. That was the situation with my parents, right? So we're talking about what I faced out there. Now, that's why I said if we wanted to have a conversation, you could have asked me questions. I would have answered.
No, you could have answered honestly the first time. You have encountered racism in your own family.
No. Yeah, my mom had problems with my granddad. Yeah.
Let me grab this super chat. Salute to the homie Living Airs, man. It was Lamont. My apologies. He says, Theo, I would like to change my soundboard vote. You the chat, bro. You the chat. I gotta play it, bro. I gotta grab a super chat.
The champ is here.
I saw you say that yesterday. I was like, no, bro. You know, I'm quick, bro. I'm an honest dude, man. I have no reason to lie, hype myself up. I didn't start calling myself the soundboard king until other people started. No bullshit. People were like, dude, that's when I started running with it. But I admit, Thon is a way better streamer than I. I got a long way to go to be as good as him, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Salute to the homie, Eric Jordan. He says, bro from the UK broke the obvious truth even more, and Jessica still didn't want to believe the truth. And bro was telling her, the delusion is strong. Facts, man. Facts, man. And so many people. And one thing I did learn as well, Jessica X's cap, says Project Leroy. One thing that I learned as well, I've never been to the UK, and someone else brought it up in the chat, and this guy's going to talk about how large the mixed population is. Black people are only 3%, like Daniel said, but they have such a vast mixed population. And it's one of those things, man, where I've met black people like this, where she said, oh, I haven't experienced anything racist. No, you have experienced it. You just written it off as, and a lot of people do this, and I've seen it a lot, and this happens a lot with white people. Where they'll have, of course, this doesn't apply to all white people, for the few Yakubians that got in the chat, the few of the white folks who watch it, they'll say, oh, that's not racist, that's ignorant. And I've seen that as myself as a black person growing up in America. So many white people will see racist moments and instances, and they'll say, well, that's not racist, that person is being ignorant. Because, and I salute to the homie Bomani Jones, ESPN. I heard him say this and it stuck with me, and I've been saying it ever since. White people, of course, not all, but white people get more infuriated at the accusation of being called racist than actual racism. I'll say it again. White people get more upset at the fact of being called racist than actual racism. They'll see a group of white people jumping a Muslim person for no fucking reason, and that won't be a problem. But dare you say, hey, that group of racist white folk beat up that Muslim. Then they want to lose their shit. Oh no, you can't prove he's racist. Yeah, Jason Black made a great point here. Get back to the video.
No, we're saying that you have experienced family members who have not accepted you.
No. But was there tension in the beginning? Yeah, when they got together, there was. And that's why I've told people when they speak about passport bros and they want to go to Italy, I've said before, Italy is a very racist country. Very racist country. So when
but
people
just not
came
where you are. Okay, but just not where you are.
No, but that's my lineage, right?
Italy is racist, but London isn't.
It doesn't compare. It doesn't compare. So
it's not as
in Italy, the way people will treat you is that they will openly call you names. And I saw it on an extent that I've never seen in London, right? So there's levels to it. But to act like I'm outright denying that racism exists, that's not what I was doing. So I feel like that's not right.
Okay, Jessica, can I just jump in? Yeah, a couple of things. Yeah, when you was,
I gotta check him out. I know CJ got a lot. I'm not saying that I am and you're wrong. I know CJ got a lot. I gotta check him out more. He do got some good ones though. I'll give him that. He do got some good ones. Let's see. I got the super chats here to grab. Let's see. Meghan Markle was mixed, and look how she was treated. Facts, man. Yeah, man. I was watching some of that Meghan Markle, and I'm like, okay. I was trying to observe it, trying to compare it. I'm like, you guys just have a little bit more undertone. You're just not saying it with your chest as much as they do in America. But I'm like, it's obvious. And I could see that from across the pond. Salute to you, Project Leroy. Got this other one from the homie Squeegee Kid. She called in to promote her channel. Said Squeegee Kid. Damn, I didn't even think about it like that. You might be on to something, Squeegee. He said she called in to promote her channel. It went badly. And now she's in her need to be right. Also, racists don't care if you're mixed or fully black. That's what I'm saying, man.
Bang! It's good!
Yeah, that's... Yeah, exactly. And I think Jason Jason made a great. He asked the perfect question, and that was, "Well, you're mixed. I know you experienced racism in your family." She was like, "Oh yeah, I've talked about that on the channel." But and that's what Project Leroy said. She got caught in a lie right there because the fact that she said she didn't experience racism. Then we asked her about the most obvious thing, your family. So, oh yeah, I've experienced that. Then that's racism you've experienced. Again, but so many black people, and I've seen this here in the States, man, they'll say, oh, it's just ignorant because they're going along with that white ideology. Of course, all white people don't fall under that umbrella. But yeah, I've seen that, and I know that white people will do that shit. They'll, oh no, it's not racism, it's ignorance. But that's an attempt to downplay the actual issue, which is racism. That's not ignorant. Ignorant means they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're hating you because of your skin tone. Let's keep it a buck. Salute to Grown Folk Talk. Yo.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Salute to Grown Folk Talk. This is my real life younger sister, if you guys don't know. Make sure we get the link dropped to Grown Folk Talk, and you get a drop too.
Where's my money, bitch?
All right, this one's better.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Appreciate you, Oh yeah, GFT, if you guys don't know, it's B1. GFT is B1 all goddamn day B1. If y'all don't know, random fact, if you don't know that about my sister, she B1 like a son, bitch. Let's get back to it.
Me
She
and
don't fuck
Jason
around.
saying about
She do
you
not mess around.
not saying
I'll admit it. I'll give white people not a lot of flexibility. I give them a little bit of flexibility. GFT ain't down for grown folk talking with none of that shit. Back to it.
racism exists. We're not saying that you deny racism exists. The examples he gave you of racism, you were acting like you weren't sure whether that's racism. You know, in the UK, people don't run around. I mean, I'm a lot older than you. I'm old enough to remember things like the BNP and the NF, yeah, when they were actually, you know, putting graffiti through, you know, on people's walls. I'm old enough to know that. You're a fair bit younger than me. You're the same age as like my children, my nieces and nephews. So you never went through it. And you know, like, as you growing up, it's very rare for people to throw the N-word around and racially abuse you directly. But you know how they treated us going to school. You know, because and I know it still happened because you're only 3 years older than my oldest daughter. So you're her age. And I know the insidious racism that happens. You know how it happens here. They don't come out directly and call you names. They don't directly come out and say, I'm going to treat you like this because you're black. But you know, going to school, you do something wrong, you go out with your white friends, you'll do something wrong. When you get caught, you know you get treated harshly than them. You know you get punished more harshly than them. You know there's the little racism moves they pull here. Because the thing in Britain, they're very, very clever the way they do it. You know, and they always give themselves an out. But us as black people, when it happens to us, we know it happens. And when you're talking about levels between Italy and the UK, there was a story in the news, Jason, I don't know if you're aware, but the police came in to a school in Hackney and strip searched a schoolgirl, claiming that she had guns or knives or drugs. You've heard that story, Jessica, yeah? Yes?
I haven't heard that story, no. I haven't heard that story in particular. But I've said that institutionally, there's racism out here, right? There's racism in the fact that let's take the police force, for example. They say that black people commit more crimes. And you know the stop and search rules over here, right? And they say that they stop and search black people more because black people carry more. Well, if you're stopping 7 times as many black people, well, probability is you're going to catch more black people with stuff.
Salute to LaShawn Wright for subscribing. I see you. Salute to E. Jones. She said she had Stockholm Syndrome. Facts, man. Let's make sure I didn't miss any cash app. Okay, cool. Let's get back to it, guys. Let's see. One more here from the homie AM 1014. Salute to you, bro, over there in the UK. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you guys. Let's get back to it. Thanks for the super chat.
It doesn't mean that black people are doing things more. It just means that you're searching them more.
They're not catching them with stuff, though, Jessica, please. Let's be honest here. They're not catching them with stuff because 90% of the stop and searches, they find nothing.
Facts, Joe.
No, but I'm saying that if you're stopping people more frequently,
I know, but even though they're stopping more frequently, they're being disingenuous. You know, if you stop 1,000 people and you find one person with a knife, yeah, that doesn't mean that it's, and these things go deeper as well. Because again, I grew up in a rough area. The police know who the criminals are and they let them roam free. And it's the regular people like me and you, well, like me, who don't commit crimes that get stopped and harassed by the police. Yeah. So it's more to it than that. I don't know if you don't know, and maybe you need to educate yourself. But this is, you know, I think you need to educate yourself more on racism. I don't know where you live. I'm trying to work out your accent. And I think
I'm from London.
Okay, well, which part?
Born
Just
and
give an
raised.
area. Just give an area.
My UK folks, y'all know, y'all can tell the accent. Let me know. Where's she from? What part of London is she from? Y'all can break this down.
I don't want to say the area on here.
Jessica, London's
Do you know
big
how many
enough.
threats I've received on the internet? I'm not giving out my location.
Yeah, but
I'm not.
Jessica, even if you say somewhere like Harsden, Enfield, Brixton, no one can find you there. Number one, the area's too big. So no one, you know, the people who are determined to find you, Jessica, will find you without you saying which part of London.
I've been okay so far. No, I'm not. I don't need to say where I live. I get what you're saying. The point I'm making about the stop and search is because people will use police numbers, right? They'll use police numbers about the amount of things that are found during stop and searches. And they'll say that to say, okay, to try and justify why they should search more black people. But if you're stopping 7 times as many, and we're not even accounting for population size of how many black people there are compared to white people, you are hugely, disproportionately choosing to search black people, right? That's racism right there.
Okay, but here's the issue. You're talking about those anecdotally. What we're talking about is your personal experience. And what you said is that your personal experience is that you have never encountered racism in London.
I've never been stopped and searched by the police. I've never had anything like that. I haven't.
Have you ever been subjected to racism in your 28 years of living in London?
Y'all saying West London?
No,
I'm
but
going
I've
with y'all.
seen it around me.
That's literally like saying that because it rains a lot in England. I know y'all gonna hate that I say that England, it rains a lot over there, but she's gonna say she's the only person standing outside. The rain hits everybody else except her.
No, because I've already said my experience, 1 as a woman and 2 for me being mixed, is not going to be the same as Tactical Genius's experience.
We're going to have different experiences. Are you sure you're not in denial?
Jessica, it's the same. I mean, you said you're mixed.
Come on.
Jessica, you say you're mixed, but I'm looking at your picture and you look like a light-skinned black woman.
She looks
black. But then that still affects
you know,
the
Jessica,
way that people see you.
Yeah, but Jessica, there's black women who are not mixed that are your complexion or even light.
Yeah.
I know a lot of them. Remember, I grew up, growing up in London, mixed people are a dime a dozen. Even though
I'm not from your generation.
Yeah, but I know you're the same age as my kids. You're the same age as my kids. You're the same age as my nephews and nieces. I sit down and we have these conversations and they tell me. And I have children your age.
He has children your age. If somebody says, if I'm talking to Mark Cooper, we get in a discussion about something, you know, and he's like, bro, I got kids your age, man. I'm going to at least hear him out. Like, make me pause for the calls for a second. Okay, well, maybe you know something. This is just a reminder for the younger folks.
And I know what they go through. Born and raised in London, just like you. I know what they went through. I know what they went through. I go to the school and, for example, they bunk off school or truants, yeah? And, you know, there's 10 of them. Maybe there's 4 black girls and there's 6 white girls. And the punishments that they deal out to the white girls is different from the black girls. You know, so things are different. Now things are more nuanced, but it's still the same. They still see us the same. They still treat us the same. You know, when you go for a job, if you've got the same skills, same abilities as a white person, they're getting a role. Just like me, yeah? The only reason why we're working is because they can't find a white person to do our job. You know there's a hierarchy here. When they hire, first it's the whites. If they can't find a white person, they'll look for an Indian. They can't find an Indian, then they consider black people. You know that you work, you say you've got your degree, you earn £40,000 a year. That's okay for a professional. But you know when it's time for promotions, you know that they're going to be looking to promote your white counterparts before you. You know that. We all know that. We all accept that.
And I'll pause for a second. Tanya says, I never get stopped and searched. That happens more with males. Tanya is in London. Salute to Daniel. Daniel said he has been stopped. I have never, see, Daniel said he has been stopped. I can't even fathom a motherfucker stopping me and searching me, man. But it's different. America's so goddamn big. They had stop and what was it, stop and search? We got New York folk in the chat. Y'all let me know. They had stop and search in New York for a long time. Correct me, guys, because I'm just kind of going right now. I don't remember the exact years, but I think they had stop and frisk or some shit. They had that going on in New York City for a long time. And they was going against, majority black people when they were doing it. So just a thought, that was a New York only thing. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the chat. But I believe that was only happening in NYC. I could be wrong. I couldn't imagine a motherfucker walking up on me and just straight search. Man, get the fuck off me, bro. If it was a cop, man, hell no, bro. Something bad would happen to me. Like, you just walk up on me, gonna pat me down, and almost, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm just saying it happened, though, man.
It is what it is, which is why, as Jason will say, I work to help black men progress in IT because I know that the only chances we have
Biggles got
to do anything is to be excellent. We can't be good. Even in the UK, you won't get anywhere by being good at what you do. You have to be excellent. You have to be outstanding. You have to understand that you have to be 3 times as good as a white person to get anywhere.
She don't even look mixed.
You know that. You go for jobs and you know you're the best person. You don't get the job. It's not a random coincidence.
But I've got the job despite what the conversation people wanted to have before. I actually have a decent job and I've got good pay.
Stop and frisk. Yeah.
You should know, being in London at my age, I have good pay.
Well, first of all, we haven't confirmed that. But second of all, even if we take it at face value, that's not the point, ma'am. Your income is not the point. Your characterization that you have not encountered racism, that's a mathematical impossibility, which simply means that you've encountered it and you're just dismissing it.
I apologize. T. Orlando says he's been stopped and searched at ATL. Okay, see, I thought it was just a New York thing, man, because I don't remember that shit ever happened. He said it happened to him in the A, man. Thanks for letting me know.
Do you want me to say that I've faced it? Because it's almost like you're trying to force me to say it.
Ma'am, what we're saying is we're not here to convince you of anything. What we're saying is that's a mathematical and physical impossibility.
Wow, that's crazy.
How is it impossible?
Robert.
It is impossible. We both live, well, I don't live in London anymore, but we both lived and grew up in that situation. And things have changed slightly between yours and my generation. But like I said, I have nephews and nieces your age. I have kids your age. I know what they've gone through. I know what they've been through. And I find it almost impossible for you to say that you haven't experienced similar things to them. And
I haven't because...
Okay.
And some of the people in my family are mixed.
Well, the thing is, when I sat there and gave you racist white supremacist statements from pearly things, you said, I think that's ignorant. I don't think it's racist. So what that really means, the argument you've made for yourself is that even if you saw raw racism, you would just dismiss it.
I said racist. Yes. White
supremacist. No, you didn't. Actually, no, you didn't. I had to drill you for about 10 minutes before you finally knuckled under and said, okay, well, maybe that's racist, but you never said white supremacist. And the reason why we use the term white supremacist, we don't even use the word racist anymore. We say white supremacist because that's what it is. And you just dismissed that out of hand. So like we say, the real issue here is that even if you saw unbridled, unadulterated white supremacy in the raw, you would just dismiss it like you do with pearly things.
No, because I said that what Pearly said was racist. Now,
is Pearly things a racist?
Yes. We said that earlier. The things that she said were racist.
Robert, this really does help that I got you on the phone. She's conceding the things she didn't say before, so having you on here has certainly helped.
I agree with you, Jason. And
you said, is she a white supremacist? I said, no. You said racist.
It's the same thing, Jessica.
No, a white supremacist is walking around in KKK uniforms.
No, ma'am. You're talking about costumed extremists. White supremacy is racism. There is no racism that is not white supremacy, ma'am.
Yeah, this is Honestly, it's
putting on a Ku Klux
semantics.
Klan. First of all, putting on a Ku Klux Klan outfit, that doesn't mean white supremacy. That's not what it is. That's a costume. If you're going to say that that's the requirement, then the police officers in Brixton cannot be white supremacists because they're not wearing KKK outfits. They're wearing police uniforms. Don't you see?
Salute to Eric Jordan. He says,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
No, it's an MF for facts, man. And let me clarify one thing as well. Y'all saying her accent. I think some guys were saying she sounded like she from West London. Oh, let me make a clarification as well. When I'm talking stop and frisk, I'm talking about a cop just walking up on you and just pushing you up. I knew a couple people were saying getting pulled over. My apologies if I wasn't talking about being pulled over and having your car searched. I've had that happen to me once. I've been pulled over a bunch of times, but only them searched my car once when I was about 19, and they were being way too dramatic about the shit. For I think I was driving with expired registration. They had like 5 cop cars. I was in like suburban Detroit at like 5 a.m. They did a whole way too much for nothing, really. But yeah, that's what I meant when I said stop and frisk. T. Orlando's story was crazy. You being in the suit and they just walk up to you and just push you up on. That's crazy to me, man. I've never had any cops just walk up on me and just pull me over, just like, or walk up on me like physically on foot and just, hey man, stop right here, let me pat you down. I've never had that happen. I've been pulled over a ton. I've only had my car searched once. Let's get back to it.
I mean, come on, Jessica. I mean, you know it. We have it in the UK. I mean, you remember the incidents with
Is there racism here? Yeah. Was Mark Duggan's incident racist? Yes.
Right. So, you know, for people who don't know, the police stopped and shot a young black man and then made all sorts of fanciful claims about him and what he did. And they initially even claimed that he shot at them when actually one policeman shot another one. And that led to the riots of 2011 in Tottenham. Yeah. And we all saw it as racism. You know, there was a young man who, if he's alive, he would be about my age, who, you know, the person who was stabbed by a group of white boys about the best part of 30 years ago, Stephen Lawrence. You know, we have it. And these guys walked free. They ganged up, they stabbed the black boy to death on the street, and they walked free. And the police turned up and they refused to give him first aid because none of them wanted to touch a black man. And rather than trying to find these guys who had stabbed him and were just walking away across the road, they were trying to harass his friend. Yeah. So we have racism here. You know, we have white supremacy here.
Of course.
We have our paramilitaries here. They're not as flamboyant as the Proud Boys and the first, you know, the 5%ers or 3%ers or whatever they're called in America. We have that here. We have the BNP. We have the National Front. We have the EDL. You know as well as I do. Okay, they don't march in London because we have the numbers there, but they march where I live in Wolverhampton. We have in the small towns.
No, when they had the BLM protest over here after George Floyd died, the white nationalists came out and they were fighting with the BLM supporters.
No, they weren't fighting with the BLM supporters. They turned up and they got the living daylight.
They were exactly. They were trying to attack the BLM supporters.
Salute to the homie Mac. He just sent me $10 for what up, Coop? What up, Mac?
Bang! Bang! It's good.
Appreciate you, bro. Yesterday's show sponsor.
And thank you for mentioning that, because this is why I came on. Because when you came on here and spoke, you gave a bad representation of black people in the UK. The main reason why I came on
he asked me if I've personally faced racism. I said no. If we want to talk about racism in general, I got you. We can talk.
Yeah, but Jessica, you know that the racists in England, they don't come and start throwing around the N-word. What they do, they come around us and start talking about African time. Now, African time is a thing, it's a concept that's global amongst black people, but that's us internally. A white person should not come around us and start talking about CP time or African time. That should be an instant slap in the face.
And I told Pearl that. I told Pearl that.
Right, that's an instant slap in the face. And you know that around most black people, if she said that, she would get her ass kicked. You know that. You know that if you lived in Tottenham, Harlesden, Brixton, you know, as we call in the UK, the ends, a white person would never dare talk like that in a room full of black people.
Salute to James. Jared James, he says, women will never get the same scrutiny, i.e. car insurance. I hear you, bro. Tanya says, thanks for the super chat. And West London is not posh. Let's get back to it.
So we as black people in the UK, you got to ask yourself that how is it that, number one, you let her come amongst us? As
to you,
Jason said.
J-Mon.
Number two, when she starts showing
I
me...
didn't let her come amongst me. What do you mean? When she invited me...
You're talking to her.
No. When she invited me to be on her show, I declined. I didn't take that offer up.
Okay, yeah, but you did
right?
talk. You did talk to him on Obsidian, so let's not do that.
So it's not about me trying to ingratiate myself or get
doing a
close
pretty
to
good
anyone,
imitation.
or trying to get like her.
Hold on for a second. I apologize for stopping. Salute to Javon. He says, I saw you in 5150 show last night. I was ninja watching when I heard him mention you. In my eyes, I saw you were the 5150 show sponsor. Like, I didn't know I was the show sponsor. You said he didn't roast you. It wasn't that bad. It was that he had made a video in his video he made about a week or two, he mentioned how people react to his channel without, kicking in. So I cashed after him some money the week before. And then I said, you know what? I'll throw him some money during the live stream. And he just said, not that he roasted me. He was just like, okay, nigga. And he just kept it moving right there. I don't know if they brought it up again later on in the show when I saw it. I was like, damn. It just didn't seem like they gave a fuck. Back to
some sort of clout or anything like that, right? I went on to Obsidian's to go and tell her what I thought of the situation.
Jessica, let me ask you about your mother's side of the family.
So I left.
Let me ask you about your mother's side of the family. You mentioned that there was some tension as a result of your mother's side of the family.
Yes.
Okay. Which individuals on your mother's side of the family?
My granddad.
What about your uncles?
No, my granddad.
Just your grandfather by yourself? He was raising hell on his own?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they stopped speaking for a while. Yeah.
Who's they?
My mom and my granddad.
Has your mother ever been accused by anybody, anywhere, of being racist or treating them in a racial manner?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you talked to your father's people about that?
ATL
My dad's family actually liked my mom.
I ain't got nothing to do with liking them. I'm saying, have you talked to them about that?
No.
That's what I mean. That's what you all don't do. I recommend you talk to your
Jay
uncles
Tillman,
and your
salute.
aunts on your father's side.
Let's get another one.
By yourself. Without your father and certainly without your mother around. Go talk to your uncles and your aunts.
Sheila speaking Spanish. I know she annoyed.
Don't feed us this line about what you think they think. Go talk to them by themselves and go see what they have to say. Because you're just 28 years old. Find out what the woman was they encountered 30 years ago. And her family and some of them views. Because and I know it's your mom, but here's the thing, and Robert will bear me witness. I wonder what your mom was doing in college. I wonder what she was.
My dad got together my mum was young, right? My mum didn't go to university. They got together young.
Okay, but here's the thing. You got a white girl who's running around with black dudes. Now, there's only two types to do that.
Maybe that. I apologize, I got a super chat. Maybe that's what it was, Javon. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was, because I knew he kind of threw him off when I did that. And maybe that's kind of was because I sent him, a bill. So maybe that's what it was. Salute to you, AM. She says, great show. Appreciate you, bro.
Let's not do that.
Jessica, is your mum's side of the family Irish background?
No,
I think
Italian.
I caught him off guard. I think you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we know they're not down with it.
Yeah, that's what I explained.
Yeah, but you just saying just granddad. No, not just granddad. No.
He
way.
was the one.
He was the most
initiated
vocal.
it.
He was the most vocal.
You can say that.
Yeah, but he wasn't alone.
I'm not gonna fight with you over
Okay,
that.
thank you. He was not alone. He was just the most vocal because as the patriarch, he gonna take the lead on it. But yeah, it's not even like America. We got second and third generation. They just straight off the boat over there. So yeah, he's gonna be about that life. And they're gonna follow his lead. The family's gonna follow his lead.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna be an anomaly. So if you got a daughter who is this determined to go that way, that's not gonna be an easy jump to make. It's not gonna be an easy jump to make at all.
I've said to people, because I can't speak to every culture or every group, but that is one culture that I can speak to. So when I hear people and they do make out that it's all sunshine and roses, no, it's not.
And there's racism everywhere. And the only way a person would say they haven't met it is because they're telling you, I dismissed it when it happened. Over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a dangerous way to walk through life willfully blind. The worst thing, the best thing for you, Jessica, would be if you're lying right now or if you're being disingenuous. That would be good, because the worst thing would be if you're telling us the truth right now. If you truly believe this bilge you're saying, that would be the worst thing possible. If you actually believe this. Because can you all imagine her children? How's she going to raise them to be conscious of the world they're in when mom is literally walking through it every day, dismissing it, confronting with it with pearly things? That ain't no white supremacy. Ain't no racism over there. I mean, it's just ignorance. She'll be sitting up there with her children lambs to the slaughter.
But do you see why I called you a race hustler?
American Golem, salute.
Right? Because you're trying to get me to...
I'm not trying to get you to do a damn thing.
Racism that I'm telling you I've never...
I'm not trying to get you to do a damn thing. I'm educating everybody else.
Personally,
I'm illustrating everybody else. I'm illustrating for everybody else, ma'am.
Yeah, because I'm saying that I haven't faced it.
Yes, and I'm talking to everybody else. I want them to see that this is what it sounds like for a person who's willfully ignorant or willfully blind in a world of wolves.
Right, so you're trying to force it. You're trying to say that I have faced it.
You're the one who said it. I'm not forcing anything. These are your words, not mine. They're your words.
I'm telling you that I haven't faced it, and you're saying my words don't matter. You're going to tell me that I have faced it.
No, ma'am. I literally just sat here and said, I hope that you're being disingenuous, because if you are telling the truth, this is what it means. I'm not telling you what you're saying. I'm saying if this is what you really mean, then this is what the conclusion is.
Back, Jay. Salute to
the conclusion is just that I'm just oblivious and stupid.
Well, you know what? If the shoe fits, buy a matching purse. But I want to thank Zoe for sending me the clip about this here, because they about the clip about Jessica and whatnot. And I'm glad to see that she gets flustered and here she comes. See, this is why I called you a race hustler. But Pearly is not a white supremacist. Pearly's not racist. She's just ignorant. So
I said she's racist earlier.
You might want. What brand of lipstick do you wear, Jessica?
Many different types.
Is it water resistant?
I don't know. Probably.
Does it keep butt hair off? You're gonna smack.
He's such a troll, man.
I just want to make sure that
he's such a troll.
Catch his hair.
You can try and paint a narrative.
Ma'am, I'm not painting the narrative. You've painted the narrative with a brush and an easel. You've painted the narrative. You've done it by insulting the intelligence of planet Earth, that I'm the only person in London who's never encountered racism in 3 decades. This is an insult to every single black person walking in the aisle. Every single one.
Salute to the homie Jay Will. Jay Will, I can't remember if you was in Compton or LA, man. Salute to California. Mark Cooper says she just wants to argue. Facts. And remember, guys, she called back in. It was done. She called back in. So she came back for second servings of that ass whooping, man. Back to it.
This is an insult to them.
I'm
taking up for them to say, this is
now you got a
insult.
quiet storm.
Ma'am, you want to talk about ignorant. This is disingenuous. I'm not forcing you to say anything.
And you're upset
I'm just
I'm
lighting up
things.
I'm illuminating the terrain in which we find ourselves. This right here is embarrassing to them, but it's also an insult to their intelligence. Now you gotta hold that. Now you gotta hold that. That's not for me to hold.
I don't need to hold anything.
Ma'am, you gonna hold it. That's for you to hold, not me.
Because I know.
Derek, I apologize. I go live 5 days a week, bro. You trying to make it 6? Man, no, bro. I'm taking my weekends off to myself, bro. And on my weekends, you know what I'm doing? Making videos, Derek. So no, I won't be going live Saturday.
My experiences.
No, you just sat here and told us, everybody already heard you dismiss Pearly things, white supremacy and racism. You dismissed that.
I said she's not a white supremacist.
Yes, and thank you very much. We all assume that this is how you're treating every other white supremacist in London. You're treating them all the same. They're sitting here making nigga jokes. They're sitting up here making indirect insults. They're making indirect insults and code insults to you, and you're dismissing them because that's a lot easier and more pleasant than facing the brutal reality of what you just saw.
So we're just going to create a straw man that I'm just here listening to N-word jokes and just being like,
you're hearing them sitting up here talking about dehumanizing you. Slavery's exaggerated. Well, you're late. CPT
and
time.
I called her out for that.
No, calling them. No, ma'am.
That.
If you're not calling it white supremacist and racist, you're not calling it out.
Yeah, because it's semantics, right?
No,
it's
ma'am.
Semantics.
You were asked, is she a racist? And you said, no, she's ignorant. Go to bed, Jessica.
It's 7:36 here.
No, you need to go sleep off. Go sleep off a new life. Take a nap. Go to bed.
He sent her to bed, yo.
This is not a genuine conversation.
Hang up the phone, Jessica. Good night.
Earlier on, you did it. This is why I said you're race hustling.
Jessica, everybody's heard your level of denial. Hang up the Zoom.
When I told you how
do you really think if you keep talking, it's going to make it better? Do you think if you're just going to talk long enough, you're going to be able to clean this up? Do you really think that's what's going to happen?
No, I'm showing you why I called you a race hustler.
I'm repeating and you are criminally in denial of white supremacy. So let everybody decide which one they want to be. The race hustlers who see white supremacy exist, and the criminally in denial who will see it in front of her face and dismiss it. That's how black folk end up
there's
dead.
Semantics there. And guess what? Like racial
She thinks she's going to talk her way out of this.
Not my thing.
Jessica, everybody heard what you said. Everybody heard what you said already.
That's not my wheelhouse.
Jessica,
right?
Everybody heard what you said already. You think if you keep talking, you can clean this up.
When I told you how much I earn, you immediately tried to turn it into a racial conversation.
Nobody believes
how much
that.
Do your white female counterparts?
Jessica,
you made it racial.
First of all, you're not talking about how much. You're not talking about where you live. You're not talking about how much money you make. So all of that is fat. Nobody believes that anyway because you won't substantiate it anyway, ma'am. Nobody believes that anyway. I can tell you where I live. I live in Shreveport, Louisiana, ma'am. I can tell you where I live.
How much do you earn?
Ma'am, I can tell. I live in Shreveport, Louisiana. I can tell you where I live. According to the IRS, I'm upper middle class. According to them,
so white supremacy hasn't held you back.
Ma'am, white supremacy is the reason that I wasn't a multi-millionaire at 22 years old. What the hell are you talking about, kid?
Hold on for a second, man. I got a super chat here from the homie Mac. But you guys peep that. Again, I'm more just listening to the conversation. But did you guys peep what she just said? She just repeated a white supremacist trope, man. And that was, well, white supremacy hasn't held you back. That I was trying to rock with her, man, even though I definitely disagree with some things. Salute to the homie Mac. Mac, I got you, bro.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
He says, for tell this nigga JB to cam up, I can't take dude seriously.
It's good.
Which is $25. So Mac, I'm pretty sure that makes you a show sponsor for 2 days in a row. Appreciate you, bro. Mac say he can't get with it because he doesn't show his face. That doesn't bother me, but Mac's not the only one. That seems to bother a lot of people. It doesn't really bother me. I don't care if someone shows their face or not. But I know Obsidian was on that as well. And someone said it in the chat earlier. I hope he does take up Obsidian's offer. I believe it was not as good as Steele's rant, but he'll do, Derek. I believe there's a convention coming up, the Black Content Creators Convention or something like that. It's later on this year, somewhere in the South. I forget where. I forget what month. I know it's in the South later on this year. And he invited Mr. Black to come have a face-to-face debate, which I think would be great. Great. I don't think Jason would do it, though, but I think it would be great to see. Salute to Mac as well as the homie Eric Jody. He said, go to sleep, man.
Bang! It's good.
I hate when y'all do it because I say I'm done with my soundboard. As soon as I read this, all I could think was that ludicrous. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, ho. If you tired, be quiet and go to sleep. Let me grab this other one here. Good point, man. He sent her ass to bed like a teenager. Like a 12-year-old, you're tired. Take a nap. Jason Black is having his way with his cap. Counselor says 80 Black with facts, bro. Squeegee Kid says, the stream was the most people Jessica ever had the most people Jessica ever was exposed to. Great observation, Squeegee Kid. I'm gonna read it again. This stream was the most people Jessica ever was exposed to, and she did a Minnesota Vikings, and the playoff level fail.
Bang! It's good.
You know what, Squeegee Kid? At least your Vikings will get to the playoffs. The Lions ain't been in the playoff. What? Since we're not even gonna go down there. They thinking they haven't won a playoff game since '92 or something ridiculous like that. Appreciate you, Squeegee Kid. Jason Eric Jordan says Jason Black has shown his face on his live. Okay. Let me. And I know people have seen his face before because he's a documentary filmmaker, man. Like he said on his channel that he shows his face to the contributors, to his people that contribute to his filmmaking endeavors. I think contribute is the wrong word. The people who fund, I guess fundraiser would be a more appropriate term. But yeah, he says those people have seen his face. Again, it bothers. I want to say, in my own personal opinion, why does it bother people to not see his face? But I won't say that because I understand that people consume content in different ways. I don't mind if someone has a faceless channel. Other people, it bothers them a lot. So back to it, man. Appreciate you guys on the super chats.
It didn't keep you broke?
Ma'am, white supremacy.
Like me?
Ma'am, white supremacy is certainly the reason I am not further than I am. I should be much further than I am. I should be in Logan Paul territory now.
He should have a much larger following than he does.
If you say so.
Do you really believe that if you just keep talking, you're going to clean this up, Jessica? Do you really believe that's going to happen?
Never bothered me.
I spoke too soon, but in this conversation, I can prove multiple times where you tried to create racial situations where there are none.
Jessica, everybody heard you. Jessica, everybody heard you say that there is no white supremacy and that you've never seen it. At 28,
I never said white supremacy doesn't exist.
Ma'am, if you never seen it, then nobody believes you when you say I'm 28 years old and I've never encountered it. No one believes that. No one believes that at 28 you have never encountered it. No one believes that.
You don't believe it, and that's fine.
Ma'am, there's no one believes that.
A racial line where there is none.
Ma'am, go find
you how much I earn.
No one believes you,
that's
Jessica.
what it was.
No one believes
you
that.
You created a racial storyline to that as well.
Jessica,
everything, you're creating some sort of racial narrative to it.
Jessica, go to bed. Story time is over.
It's late for you, Jason. Maybe you need to.
Go to bed, Jessica. Story time is over.
Okay, you guys are saying
you don't want to create any more news stories?
Ma'am, you've already spun enough yarns tonight. Call it a day.
I'm not the one making things up.
She's never seen white supremacy and never encountered it, but she's not making it up.
I haven't tried to project onto your experience.
The rest of Black London has seen it, but Jessica is the alien in London who's never seen it.
When I told you how much I earned, you were furiously Googling.
Jessica has never experienced race. Jessica has never experienced racism.
Now she just got the need to be right.
Go to bed, yo. To show that white females earn more than me.
Let me see the bed emoji in the chat.
I earn over the average.
So you say. So you say.
And for my age, I earn over the average. And I can send you a link. I'll put a link in the back chat.
Jason,
right?
Can I jump in, please?
Yes, Robert.
Jessica, you live in London. You earn £40,000 a year. That's
yes.
Okay. It's okay, and you can.
At my age, it's good actually.
And you can survive as long as you live with your parents. Yeah.
No.
You can't buy a house earning £40,000 a year in London.
No. That depends how much money I have to put down for a mortgage, right? It depends on your initial down payment.
Jessica, where are you going to find money if you earn £40,000 a year?
That's how much I earn. You don't know how much my father earns. You don't know any of that. Right, you're just presuming.
No, but that's fine because I'll tell you something. You're beating yourself on the back that you're 28 years old and earn £40,000 a year. When I was your age, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, when I was 28, I was earning way more than that. And that was back in 28 in 2001. Yeah. It's
so
not
what do you earn now?
A lot.
A lot more.
Six figures.
How much?
Six figures.
What do you do?
I'm an IT consultant and a very, very good one.
Oh, really?
How long have you been in that for?
Long as you've been alive?
I apologize. Janessa says Brother Thon did not show his face for a long time. Wow. That's crazy, Janessa, because I thought I've been following thought I've been following Thon for about 2 years now, and I always remember him showing his face. And salute to someone else said it in the chat. It might have been Mr. Jersey Worthy, or someone else said it. Oh, it was DeMarco. He said, y'all throwing the rocks. DeMarco said it early in the chat. And this is something for a content creation standpoint. Majority of you guys don't make content, so you kind of really wouldn't follow it. But DeMarco made a great point that's actually people not showing their face. A lot of times, it actually adds a bit of mystery. Have you guys, I saw some dude last year, I don't even know who he was, but some gamer dude who like had a face reveal. And he was trending on, not on YouTube, he was trending on Twitter. Like some dude just some white dude who has a gaming channel, like the thousands of them who have millions and millions of followers. And yeah, they were his face reveal was trending top 10 trending on Twitter. That's how many people was looking for this dude to reveal his face. So it is actually a little bit legitimacy behind that concept that it adds a little bit of mystery and intrigue into some people.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about
being
Thon.
an IT consultant for 28 years.
Yes.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
Did you graduate from university?
I did. I went to Greenwich and then I went to Middlesex. You see, I can be specific here because
when you're not making things up, you can be specific. Robert, don't answer that. Don't answer that question, Jessica. Until you answer those questions for Robert and me, there's no reason for us to answer that. You won't even say what side of London you live on.
2017.
Ma'am, you won't even say what side of London you live on.
Jessica, go to bed.
Robert, do not answer that question, Robert. Jessica, which side of London do you live on?
So we're giving Robert a chance to do the math.
Ma'am, I'm hosting the program. What side of London do you live on?
I'm not telling you whereabouts in London I live.
Then Robert's not going to answer another question because you cannot substantiate whether or not $40,000 a year is good money, ma'am. You cannot substantiate that.
We don't know who you are either.
Ma'am,
we don't know who you are.
Kid, that has nothing to do with you.
Right, but
you're the one spinning yarns about 40,000 pounds a year in a nondescript corner of London. Please, this is grown folks talk, ma'am.
You don't have to substantiate anything, but then I do.
No, ma'am. What I'm saying is you're not gonna quiz Robert on things that you yourself are not saying here. You're not gonna do that.
Because he's saying that 40K isn't enough to live in London.
Ma'am, it's not. We don't even know what part of London you're in, so you can't tell us it is enough. So you're probably making it up as you go along. You won't even say which corner of London.
You can rent out, and Robert will be able to confirm. You can rent out a 1-bedroom apartment for $1,700 a month. Am I right or am I wrong, Robert?
In the hood, yes.
Not in the hood, no.
In the kind of places that you wouldn't want to live, yeah.
Okay.
£700 a month.
Give me a nice area. Let's not go crazy. Give me a decent area.
Okay, stop.
You give me an area, but the bottom line is that.
So I'm right then, Robert.
No, ma'am.
Right now, what we're doing is we're trying to create a narrative.
No,
I obviously disagree with a lot of things Jessica said, but I was rocking with her. But at this point, she was done. Salute to the homie Project Leroy. He says,
Abdul, get the rocks.
Get the rocks, yo. Let me see the rocks. Man,
Abdul, get the rocks.
Go to bed, yo. You're done. You're done, kid.
£1,700 a month.
You're about to get off the
£40,000 a year wage is a majority of your.
Yes, half of it.
Tax.
That's going to be half of it.
Yeah. If you earn £40,000 a year, you probably take home after tax.
She lives in the non-racist side.
28.
We didn't speak pre or post tax, right?
Ma'am, don't even try this one. Don't even try this. Don't even try this.
$1,700 a month, right? You'd be paying around 20,000, right?
After taxes, you would be living on you'd be living on.
I'm getting Jessica off my phone. I'm getting her off the line. I'm tired. I should have asked you guys.
Here in the States, it's so bad. Who are you trying to fool, kid?
Do you know about the subsidies that are out there? Do you know about the caps?
It's a drop in the ocean. It's pennies in the pound.
Joe D.
Robert, it seems like
Jessica, you know that people earning more than you in London are
facts, Kirby.
Robert, Robert, stop it. You're being completely disingenuous. You're just agreeing with everything Jason
No,
said.
I live here. I just don't want you to lie to me.
You don't live in London. You already said you don't live in London.
I'm in London every other weekend.
But you don't live here.
My mother lives in London.
We're not sure you live there. We're not sure you live there either, Jessica.
I can guarantee you I live here. He's already said that he doesn't.
Ma'am, you haven't substantiated that at all, so I wouldn't be throwing rocks. So you say, with nothing else to add to it, you won't even say what part of London, north, south, east, west.
I mean, I live outside London, and the cost of living is lower where I live, and it's still high. It's still high. I have tenants. I have properties in London. I speak to my tenants all the time. Everybody in London is struggling. Everybody.
Robert, why are you not willing? Why
Jessica,
are you not willing to acknowledge the link that I sent you about the average wages?
I'm looking
here?
at it. I'm looking
right,
at it.
So am I
it
right?
Means nothing.
Wait, hang on.
Just because you're doing slightly better, slightly better than people.
I am above average, right?
Yeah, but
I'm above average, right, Robert?
I mean, like I said to Jason earlier,
above average is not affluent.
Yeah, when
I'm
first
above
listened,
average in earnings.
But
I'm
you're
above
not
average
even
for people
even
a decade
average.
older than me.
Even average is not affluent, ma'am. So
am I lying, Robert?
Ma'am, that doesn't make you affluent. I'm telling you. I've seen the link. It doesn't make you. It doesn't make you affluent.
When you're trying to make out that I'm struggling, that's far from the truth. You're trying to create a narrative.
You are struggling, unless somebody else is helping you.
Struggle.
Unless somebody's contributing to your cost of living, 40,000 a year in London, you're struggling.
And we know that that's that's true. Okay, I'm muting Jessica again.
Okay.
We know that that's true because as soon as you were asked about buying a house, the first thing you said was, "Well, my daddy can help me."
Yes, because depending on your down payment, right?
Okay, so that's the average in London is that everybody's daddies can help them with a down payment.
I'm done. Salute to the squad. I apologize. I was trying to rock with her, Jessica X. If you see this on the playback, I was trying to rock with you. Salute to the homie Daniel, who's in South London right now. He says cost of living in UK is high as fuck. Yo,
bang, bang, it's good.
Dude, every major city across not even the United States, the world. I couldn't imagine the cost of living going down. It's just rising, man. Whether you're in Portland, New York City, Los Angeles, Seattle, hell, here, even in the Midwest, prices aren't soaring like Silicon Valley, but everywhere. This light is right here. That's why my face looks so blue. Yeah, but I'm done with her. Salute to Jessica X, a fellow content creator. I don't believe in throwing content creators on the bus, but man, over here. You're done. Get the fuck out of here. Salute to the squad. We made it.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Somebody said my channel's gonna blow up. I got one. I don't know why. Maybe this is it.
Is it the shoes?
I just love how I found that yesterday. Salute to the squad, man. Salute to the squad. We made it. Thanks. This isn't going nowhere. Yeah, man. Facts. I had to trim it down. I really should have got more of the interview when Jason and my man were talking because he hangs up with Jessica, and they have a longer bit of the conversation. I didn't remember adding her in that much. I actually wanted to focus more on that, but it's only so much you can put into a certain channel. I got a certain amount of time I have to do. So salute to everybody. Joe Smith says, what Joe Smith say? Global inflation is like a month. Facts, cool. Facts. That's what I'm saying, man. I know it's only getting more expensive in Sacramento and so many of these places that people have been priced out due to inflation. People being, especially more, and you guys are probably more familiar with it than I am being in California. People from San Francisco, I'm talking about the Bay Area now specifically, people there being born there and being forced out because of high inflation and high costs. And I've read articles written in the New York Times about the working homeless in New York City. I couldn't even imagine living in New York City, bro. That's what I'm saying. Say what you want about Detroit, man. It's the Midwest. And my next house that I've already bought that I'm gonna be moving into, I got me a little lot. I mean, I don't know, a little half. I don't know if it's half acre. I got me a lot. I got me a house, my crib, and then a lot, man. I got a little space, bro. That's all you need, man. Salute to everybody. Let's see here. Oh, so somebody asked me a question. Joe Smith asked me a question a second ago. Let me grab that. Hey Theo, why are some of my comments not showing? Yeah, I saw you say that earlier in here, man. I saw you say that earlier. I don't have, because here's the thing about people can like restrict their chat. I don't have my chat restricted whatsoever. Only 1 or 2 reasons your comment is not showing up. That you're going over the I think it allows you 200 characters. if you're going over that 200 characters, it won't type it. It won't even tell you that. You'll have to look and see, oh, I'm over 200. That's the only thing that I could think of. And because I watched the chat, none of the mods are like, no, my mods are kind of on it. If you're out of pocket, they'll get you out of the paint, which hasn't been the case with you. So that's the only thing I could think of is that you're making the comments too long because I don't have any restrictions on bad language or anything. So you should be good to go, man. Salute to the squad. Send me something to react to for tomorrow. Immigrants in Chicago get 7K a month to pay for, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, you're right here. Gangrene, London, New York City, Tokyo, LA. Man, yeah. NYC's, bro, I couldn't even imagine Spark War. I couldn't even imagine, man. I could not even imagine. My aunt, I have a aunt, so I have my pops, Big Theo, one of his sisters, my aunt Carol, she's from Detroit, obviously, but she moved to Yonkers. I don't know, I think she moved to Yonkers in the 80s or 90s. She was there for years until recently, but she's older than my dad, so she's in her 70s now. So about 10 years ago, my dad drove from Detroit to Yonkers and packed her up and moved her back here. And she was living in like I don't know, man. I don't know where Yonkers at. Y'all in New York. I know it's in New York, but I think he said she was paying something like, I think that dude had like a 4-unit house and each person was paying something like $2,000 a month or like $3,000, like something ridiculous. This is like 10 years ago for like, and she pretty much was a cat lady. It was covered, because she was the cat lady. My aunt was the cat lady. So the place was covered in cats. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know how other people do it, man. Rant-free zone. It's a rant-free. I don't think I read it today, man. I don't think I read it. That's one thing I like, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm the type of person I like to keep my cost of living low. Salute to T. Orlando. I know he said that earlier, keeping your costs low. Like, I'm a dude, my home is paid off. My vehicles are paid off. So I don't pay nobody, no rent, no mortgage for the wings.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
That's no flex or anything like that, shit. I'm just saying. I like to live my life like that. My next house that I got is paid off too. I just got to fix that son bitch up. But yeah, man, I try to keep my expenses low. I've never really paid anybody rent, or I've never had a car note. I've said that before on my channel. So I'm just not a dude that's into kicking out money every month, man. That shit is not I'm not a finance dude, bro. I'm a straight cash, homie. If I can't pay it for cash, I don't need it. Yes, Theo, we made it. She gave me a migraine. Facts.
It's
Only
good!
one troll got blocked today. Yeah, no, I saw somebody else say T. Orlando block. No, man. Didn't nobody. It was one dude in here, and my mom's to take care of that. We're not really blocking anybody or anything like that. I don't know, Joe Smith, if I don't know the situation that was going on with your comments, but you should be good, man, because I don't even have a salty fighter biker. I see you, bro. This was a dog.
It's good.
Facts, H. Weeds. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was, man. It was. Midwife's prices are ridiculous today. Yeah, man. Facts, man. Facts. You're not gonna be able to do. I was talking to. Because the big thing a lot of people know about Detroit is that not the cost of living, but like houses are cheap. Houses are dirt cheap. You can buy a house for like $1,000 and all that kind of shit. You know, obviously you have to restore it and things like that. But I was talking to somebody recently, and I was like, no, man, that shit's out the window. That same $1,000 house is now $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Which is, of course, is not a lot. But I'm just saying, like, it's not even the prices here is they're not gonna be like that. I give it another 2 or 3 years. It's gonna be the same shit just like it is the rest of the country. Good stuff today, Theo. Appreciate having all you guys, man. Appreciate all you guys rocking with me. Time for another Pop Coop call. Man, I would call Pop right now, man. I don't know what he's doing. Salute to everybody. Yeah, man. Joe Smith, let me know if you're still having any troubles with your chat. You should be good. He said, try closing out YouTube and open it back up. I had problems like that before, yeah. And if you guys, worldwide, Coop says, and if you guys have problem again with like the super chats and stuff, don't let it bother you. Chelsea's live line, if she was in here, she had her birthday thing, and I tried to send her a cash app. I tried to send her a super chat, a $50 super chat. It wouldn't let me send it on my computer. It wouldn't not let me do it. I ended up doing this shit like 3 times. I pulled out my phone, went right through. So YouTube is just kind of funny like that. Appreciate having all you guys. And send me something to react to. If y'all don't send me something to react to, it's going to be Kendra G again. We talk all that shit about Kendra G, but that's the highest. No, I take that back. Kendra G was my highest viewed stream until the other day. The other day when we had 400-something people and it was Jason Black going to Ebony Williams, that's my highest viewed stream. For some reason, people wanted to see it. Salute to the squad. I appreciate everybody having me. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Salute to the replay gang. I see you all. Let's see. Me too on. Let's see. What you say? Let's see. Project Leroy. Oh, yeah. Happy belated birthday, Chelsea. Yeah, I think our birthday was last week as well. As well. I'm ready to downsize to a shack in the woods. Everything. Facts, man. Facts, bro. Yeah, YouTube at me Jenkins sometime. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, I'm a wannabe minimalist. I don't, my friend about, she said, bro, how you a minimalist? You don't have shit. Like, I still have too much shit, man. I prefer it was me in a shack in the forest with a little internet. I'll be sitting in my cabin doing these streams. Salute to everybody, man. I hope Jessica X could take the Grim Reaper out of collection. And that's another thing as well. I wanted to be fair because I never watched her content before. And salute to Joe. Joe was in here for a minute. I think Joe probably got, wasn't like what was being said and bounced. But I actually said that, Joe, that you sent Jessica X over to me. I'll subscribe to her channel off your recommendation. I just hadn't got around to checking out her content yet. I thought she said she didn't remember calling him a racist. Man, that's what I'm saying, man. No, I'm not about to call my pops right now. No, bro, I'm on a live, man. Let's see, I wasn't able to make that live. Okay. Anyway, it was crazy, Jazz. It was just a whole lot of people in here. I think the record before, I think I had like 200 some people. That day, it was like 450. Like, it was just ridiculous. Andrew Schultz, I got to check him out, man. Did we say if he's funny or not? Because like I said, I know that a lot of white comedians get hyped, just like a lot of white models get hyped, and they be mid as fuck. But if he's actually funny, because I take my comedy seriously. If he's really funny, I'll rock with him. Hurry and sends himself. Yo, speaking of that, speaking of this, before we get out of here, I ain't got nothing. But I opened up a P.O. box. I opened up a P.O. box because people were asking me, call Pop and ask him about racism. No, I'll tell y'all, my pops doesn't like, my pops is racist. And I didn't learn this until about 5 years ago. My father is racist. My father is racist against Caribbean people.
It's good. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
If you Jamaican, Caribbean, from an island, he hates your guts, and I don't know why. I had to ask him, and he told me why. But it just surprised me because, you learn something about your parents. Like, your parents just like your parents know you. I never thought my pops was racist a day in his life until one day he was going to fuck off about these two Jamaican dudes that was at his door. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, my pops is racist against black people from the Caribbean. I don't know why. I'm not affiliated by Andrew is funny, says Glamour Z. Okay, he speaks the offensive truth. He's hilarious. Okay, cool. You guys say he's hilarious. How do I send in content to react to, says Ace Luis? My email, bro. It's going to be scrolling right here at the bottom, man. Sometimes it should be dobetterone@gmail.com. I checked the other day to make sure it was scrolling at the bottom because someone else had asked me. It should be right here, man. Should be coming up here in a second. Yeah, you guys send me stuff. Corey Joe sent me something last night. People send me stuff all the time. New York and California, the cost of living is through the roof. Yeah, let me tell y'all what happened. Off topic, Michigan need to kick. I say that often. Facts, bro. That's a fact. Damn, I showed up to that Kayla super late. That's what I'm saying, Quiet Storm. It was so crazy in the chat, bro. I said it to Mona D. I was like, dude, I'm going to have to start minding. I was about to start adding riches on the, mind people just on spot because it was that crazy. That's why I saw you in the chat. I was like, whew, I got some relief, bro, because we needed that help that day. But like I said, it wasn't your fault. I don't hold it against nobody for being late, especially the West Coasters. But yeah, let me tell y'all this real quick. I'm going to check out Andrew and I'm going to get out of here. So people had asked me to open a box so they could send me stuff. I wasn't expecting that as a content creator. So I finally opened up I sent you some, okay, yeah, Dan, you did, for sure. For sure, man, I got to react to it. Andrew is good, okay. So people have been asking to send me shit, something I wasn't expecting, so I opened up a P.O. box. And I got excited because I got an email from them saying, hey, bro, you got your first package. And I'm like, let's go.
Bang! It's good!
I don't know what I was expecting. They sent me a picture of it, so I know it was somebody just sent me like an envelope, whatever. So I just found and heard, if you ever had chat, she's pro men. Oh, Danica Marie. Yeah, I know who Danica Marie is. I'm pretty sure I've subbed to her channel. It's just one of those things, man. We're so many different content creators. I just haven't really checked her out. My pops too. He would always say he ain't from here, bro. Pops must be. No, man. My pops is chill, man. Pops would have been good to talk to when he was younger. My Pops is in the early 60s. He's 63 now. My Pops is chill, man. He's so laid back, man. And I like the fact that my Pops, he don't really, what's the best way? He don't be looking like be negative about people. I'd be like, that Pop, he's a fucking idiot. Pops be like, yeah, son, well, there's going to be idiots. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I was just like, you stupid motherfucker. But this is my father's maturity. Let me get to the story. So somebody sent me a package yesterday. I don't know when they sent it, but they emailed me saying, hey, Theo, we got it. Theo got some. Bro, we'll talk about that at a later time. It amazes me because I learned this about my father when he was damn near 60. I was like, dude, you don't like Caribbeans? Funny story for a different day. I don't want to get sidetracked off this one. They sent me a picture. I had something to pick up at the P.O. box. I went to pick it up. First time getting there, first time I actually been, because I never really went and picked it up. First time getting to the building and all that kind of shit. I get there and I pick it up and then I read it. I didn't know what to expect. Like, I didn't, man, one of you niggas sent me some bullshit. Okay, let me preface this. Mona D, help me out here. Mona D, I might need your help. Quiet Storm, I might need your help. I want to say this correctly. Part of me wants to go the fuck off on this individual for what they sent me. Part of me, that's part of me. The other part of me, the more mature side of me, thinks, well, Theo, you don't really want to be doing that because the first time someone sends you anything, if they see you going the fuck off on this dude because you didn't like what he sent you, they're not likely to send you more things. Even though I don't necessarily want you guys to send me anything. My ultimate point was, it was some bullshit he sent me, and I was just really debating, not blasting the person individually, but just like, what was the point of sending me that shit? Whoever this individual was sent me like it looked like a chain letter from 88. It looked like a chain letter that you would pass around, but times have changed. So he printed up the chain letter, and then it's a script. I don't know what it was. A script of an 80s chain letter about gangsters, a gangster preacher who's a former cop. I was so lost. I don't know what it was about. If it was legal, I would send you some of yo, facts.
It's good.
That's what I want more than anything. I wish if it was legal, I'd be like, yo, just send me, Theo, what you want? Weed, man. Like, it's just one thing, no matter what kind. Just send it to me. But can't get caught up in that. Can't be catching no felonies trying to get Theo high. But yeah, man, they just sent me this weird, it's like 5 pages. I should go and get it and read the bullshit. Okay. Your father's prejudice not raised. Yeah. It was just weird to me, bro. He don't like people from the Caribbean. He told me why. He said I don't know when he was coming up. No, he might have been grown. It might have been like the 80s. He talked, because I was like shocked. I was like, dude, you don't like people from the Caribbean? I was like, why? And he said some Jamaican dude, some dude from Jamaica called him a cotton picking N-word in the 80s. And I was like, well, there you go, man.
Bang! It's good.
I guess they would kind of justify that. I was more surprised because I didn't know about my father until he was in his 50s. So that's kind of what happened with that. But yeah, back to my story. I'm gonna send you a box of raw coke. Bro, I'll take it. Bro, I got it. Bro, I buy them about 100, bro. I got my whole roll and I only got like this many left. Yeah, bro. I buy mine about 100, bro. Absolutely. I wouldn't be mad at that. But the dude sent me some script, man, like it looked like a chain letter from the 80s that he sent to his email and printed off and updated it. But it was about a gangster and a pimp and how he teaches children and black Democrat. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I was like, I don't want to like air the dude out. I'm not gonna say his name. I don't remember the dude's name is or anything like that. But it's just like, what was the point of that? Because it took effort. That's not like a random letter. You had to get my address, put a stamp on it. I was like, what is this bullshit? I'm not reading. You know how short my attention span is? You think I'm about to read 5 pages of this shit? That's all I had. It kind of irritated me. Bro, like, what are we doing here? He don't like, man, somebody called him. Yeah, somebody called. That's what he told me, bro. It just amazed me that I didn't find this out until I'm not even focused on the part of him not liking Caribbeans or whoever, if you're from the West Indies. I'm surprised about me not finding out about this shit until he was almost 60. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, man, if you were Jamaican, I'm not even gonna tell the story. The story was funny. I'm not even gonna tell it. It's not a good day without Theo around. I'm out, bro. I'm just talking. But yeah, whoever sent me that fan mail, it was some bullshit. Please don't send that to me again. You send me other shit. I thought it was a letter. I thought the letter was gonna be like, I like your podcast, or whatever. This nigga sent me a script, a terribly written one. I don't know what it was. No, it wasn't a porn script. It wasn't. Man, I'll go grab it. Give me 1 second. I'm about to grab it. I'll be right back. Just to let y'all know I'm not bullshitting. I'll be right back. I'm about to go grab it. It's right over here. 1 second. 1 second. I got it. I'll send you a book on anger management, says Derek. You're right, bro. And then you'll be upset if I was up here calm and cool and collective. You'd be like, I don't like this, Theo. The gang line. What is this bullshit? It's 4 pages. You know how long my attention span, short my attention span is? You think I'm reading this? The gang line. Reverend, I'm not going to put no name on it, is a certified modern street gangster specialist and media consultant of the gang line. He's a certified street gang specialist with certification in law enforcement In 2011, the gangline became a training and certification course. What is this? One published report. I don't even know what this is. If it's a pamphlet, script, chain letter, paperwork to sell my son, I don't know what this is. Is a retirement. This dude is a retired minister. Tone Chamber, salute. I'm busy. Salute though, bro. Is a retired minister, Bible teacher, syndicated columnist. What is this? What is this? I don't even know. I'm still waiting on my weed friend. No, I'm done. Oh yeah, he's right, Mona. I do owe you that. I do owe you that. After all these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah, man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man. Salute to the squad and that chain letter that he sent me. I don't know what it was. I already don't like this type. All right, man. I'm getting out of here. Salute to the squad. I'm out. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Send me something good to react to.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
Acknowledge me.
Top of the morning, Governor. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that hoe might fuck me. Hold up. Nah, fuck that bitch.
Goddamn right.
What it do, baby?
Goddamn right. I salute you.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. Do you understand?
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Hell yeah.
Get to the chopper!
the show's over, I just want to talk about this for a second. Yes, I want my 12 minutes back. I had to go to the building, never been there before, found out the place where I picked my mail up from is at the 3rd floor. Didn't know the shit had an elevator in it, so I walked those 3 flights up. Not complaining about that. My ass need to exercise. I get up there, had to wait. And I had to wait because the place didn't know. The first time being there, it took 1 minute to find it, all this kind of good shit. And I get this, and I'm like, all right, cool, man. Somebody done sent me this thick-ass envelope. They about to tell me they like the show or they want to collaborate or something good. This nigga said, sir, I want my money back. I'm not going to say your name. Sir, you're from Indiana, the great state of Indiana. I want my money back. You're making the Midwest look bad out here. I want my 12 minutes back. Fuck.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
It's good.
I'm living on the air in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, WKRP.
Is it the shoes?
Bow to the masters.
Bro, I was in my van too. Gas is almost $4 a gallon. You motherfucker from, what's your name? Indiana? I want my 12 minutes back. I'm watching.
Goddamn right.
7 seconds. I get the big lag. We're gonna follow the 7 seconds. So just wait 7 seconds.
Come hell or high water. And to be clear, I am the hell and the high water.
You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Turbulence, people.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Said how might fuck me. Holla. Nah, fuck that bitch. Sonic boom.
He's on fire.
Is it the shoes?
Get over here.
Stop it. Get some help.
7 second rule. I guess a big laugh. We're gonna follow the 7 second rule. So just wait 7 seconds.
It's good. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined iHeartRadio for the Show Your Stripes movement to support hiring vets. Go to showyourstripes.org, a website that connects veterans with employers and helps business find candidates with the best training. How long was that?
10 seconds.
Okay, this is Floyd Mayweather reading the 10-second drops I just did.
I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show Your Stripes. Okay, I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show Your Stripes movement to support hiring vets. I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show Your Stripes movement to support I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show Your Stripes movement to support hiring vets. Go to the show yourstripes.org. Go to the show yourstripes.org. Go to showyourstripes.org. Go to showyourstripes.org. A website that connects veterans with employees and helps businesses. Okay. The website that connects veterans with employers and helps businesses find candidates with the best training. I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show Your Stripes movement to support hiring vets.
Okay, that's enough, guys. We get the point. That's enough. That's enough. Please.
Goddamn right.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?